I genuinely adore this game, and for that reason, I've decided to take everything I've learned and put it to good use by adapting and building something epic. Come and relax with me as we build the perfect little whiskery kingdom from nothing in Whiskerwood. Now, if you love city builders and movies, please do go ahead and subscribe for more. Let's get stuck in. Well, here we go. Welcome to Fuzzborough. We are going far frontier, and here's the settings for anyone that's interested. The only thing I've changed from normal is ores and fertility I'm putting on boosted. Now, there's been a couple of patches since the last 200 days I did. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. But here we are. Here's the starting colony. So we've got 2 apprentices, some pretty good stats, and 1 gifted teacher. I've rolled a couple of times. I was after just 2 apprentices, really. So that's what we're going with. Let's crack on him. Right, so although he asks us to go and do it elsewhere, we've actually put our warehouse the other side, and I've put the ship right out of the way. So here's the island. I think pretty damn cool, and I went this side. I'm going to start building basically through here, but mining. There's a lot of copper here, but I'm going to try and maybe build just above. These look like maybe farming here. This looks like a pretty cool just extendable island. I think I plan on trying to build somewhere pretty central. We'll see how we get on. I'm going to be a little bit more clinical with it and do it in a way that will be helpful. Now, here's the iron one, so that's absolutely fine. We'll be getting trains over to that as well. And, although that would have been a very cool one to build a farm on too. It's a little bit far away though. And there they are. They're there just getting this one built now. I know it wastes a bit of time just coming on over to get this sorted, but that's good. I'm trying to visualize where my mine is going to be, but I'm pretty much just going to dig it out anyway. All right, our first tax is 83 coins. We're going to sign the charter. And so it begins. We're going to let it play then. So first off is going to be the woodcutter. Now, what you want to do is build it right next to your thingy, then move it over after. I'll wait for the thingy there, and then we'll get that one in as well. So we'll get 1 forage hut, 1 woodcutter. And then I knew this would happen. We'd get the mining camp. So we're going to accept that quest. I'm going to move the woodcutter over because it's free to do. And we're going to assign our better workers to it. I mean, for now, we only have 1 that matches production. So we'll go with those 2. And then we'll also get a mining camp in this way as well. So for early on, it's going to be a case of building up the stone shelters as quick as possible. And I need to figure out where we're going to design it, but it's going to cost us logs. So first night, maybe I will leave them. I won't even start building it. And we'll get this one moved. So berries. There you go. And this one also needs Explorers Guild, but we don't have any. So for now, we're just going to have to get 1 person in there. And Miners Camp is done. This one's going to come this way. So there's a lot of copper for me here. But what I'm going to actually do is attempt to strip out a good build space. So we'll start with somewhere pretty close. And I'm just going to hit that stone right there with both of these. So there's nothing more we can do. That'll be all we can get. Let's complete that quest and we'll get the 1 extra whisker in. Hopefully it's someone good. Diligent. Nice. So we got a diligent worker. Obviously when they travel over, when we get them, they've got to walk all the way over from there. So what we'll do is probably get down a stone shelter then. And the first lot, let's decide. I mean, we could get it this way. I'm trying to decide where our housing is going to be. If we say industrial is going to be this way, actually, it's going to make more sense for it to be out here. And our very first whisker ship, let's look for... I'm looking... Wow, that's annoying. As apprentice, though, I actually wouldn't mind. The monarchist I can take. I'm going to accept this one because of the guilds. And I'm also going to take on this apprentice. And I'm going to just rejig. We'll get that in there. So our woodcutters are both at 150% productivity. That would be good. And guys, I do thank you. If you haven't already seen the first 100 and 200 days videos on the channel, please go check those out. I think we show a lot of the mechanics, and this one's going to be maybe slightly quicker, so just keep that in mind. I will start off slow, but there'll be bits that I won't necessarily want to show, so let's high priority that one as well when the stone comes in. You know what? First day, we're actually going to have a house or two in. Look at that. Not bad. I mean, we have 8 whiskers, so we are going to need to make them a bit happier, but that is absolutely fine. The mining is going great too, so I'm going to continue to get them to strip all this out, and that will give us some goods anyway from the central warehouse. So this section is going to be our main buildable area, I think. Here you go. 2 houses. We'll have a third one in. I think they're going to at least start this one, so the building will be finished on that tomorrow. So it should be okay to get these in. And this is very much a temporary housing zone, by the way, guys. I am going to go ahead and completely remove these. Still not sure, though. Once I've stripped these out, I can decide a little bit better. I need to figure out how far back we're going to go. But yeah, nighttime I'll be zooming through. I'll definitely be playing it a little bit different to last time. I'm going to put my sawmill in straight away as well. We'll get that one in. But I will say high priority on a couple of the houses first. Sawmill, I do need the planks. I want to get the school in so I can start training them exactly how I need them. But there is our very first day, once again, of this wonderful game done. I absolutely love this game, by the way, as well. It is 100% come out as my favorite game this year. I cannot lie. I've played about 30-ish hours now, so I will say do keep the tips coming as well. It's been really helpful on the 100 and 200 days with the tips. It really has. I'm going to put a second whisker in the forager's hut to get that going. Just going to double check. We've got another whisker ship tomorrow, so we need to make sure we save up all the approval for that as well. Yeah, we'll be done with this stone pretty quick, to be honest. Looks like some of the building is also going to be done nice and fast. I do want them all housed by the end of this day, really, though. And we got a supply ship. I think I can say yes. I'll probably just keep it nice and simple, though. And we'll take the planks. Actually, we'll take a big one. I'm going to do it. The school is 34 planks. I think I will do school first this time. I'm not sure if it will be the right play, but I think it makes sense. What I'm going to do just before the thingy comes, I'm going to mine out a bit of this coal here. And I'm going to prioritize this coal. So tomorrow, I should be able to get the extra resources. I've got enough stone for the houses, I think, because they're already in. That one's been built, that one's been built. Yep, we're good. So let's cancel those. We're going to exclusively focus the coal to get an overpayment on the tax collector. It's really important that we get that, because that is free research, hopefully. Right, they're off to bed. We've got one more house coming in tomorrow, and then I've put in 2 extras in anticipation of the whisker ship tomorrow as well. And I think we've already got enough, but I want to hit the maximum if possible. The re-rolls are really important, at least early on anyway. Okay, and that is the end of day number 2. And we're maxed out ready. We are looking good. Don't know how long you get the fresh arrival boost for, but either way, we've got nothing to worry about. You've generated a high amount of approval from your whiskers, build a town hall, blah, blah, blah. We'll sort that out when we get a chance. There we go. We got almost 3 times the amount, so they'll finish off a bit more coal. What I'm actually going to come in and do is going to pin these resources on the board so we can see them just up here as well. Here's the tax ship. Let's get an overpayment on this. I'm going to go ahead and give them all the coal. I think I'm going to go straight for this big one. There we go. We're going to... you know what? I need the berries. Let's give it a lock. We're going to send a large shipment. Hopefully that'll be something really good. And the whisker ship, I'm sure we're going to get some more miners, so... Let's see what we're working with. Educated. There's our researcher. We're going to have to grab them. I can deal with the loner. There's warm core and compassionate, which is fantastic as well. They are a miner. And the considerate one, maybe. And I'll take the warm core. Warm core's a great trait as well. There's the plank blockhouse. I'd be tempted to take that, but I'm going to... Yeah, that's even better. Long stairs. We'll take the long stairs. And we'll take that cut stone. Beautiful. So the reason I wanted the cut stone is actually quite simple. Before we go any further, let's get another mining camp in. That does mean we can get the research lab. And we've just taken in educated. So actually I'm going to do something a little bit different. We'll get the planks for the educational one afterwards. And this one can kind of be out of the way. So, I mean, yeah, we don't want to have them to carry it too far, but I also don't want it to be too much in the way. I don't know. Let's go maybe here. That doesn't matter. I'm quite happy to use the logs up to place it there as well. So we're going to get our extra miners in. We're going to get a lot of this done. That should be quite a good bit of tax that we can sort. And I'll go ahead and just get the extra stone shelters in. I will be deleting these eventually anyway, so we'll get rid of this copper before long. And the walk over from the ship is always going to be a bit painful, but I'm not going to take that weak whisker there. But we're already on 12 of them. Looks like we're going to get this house in before the end of the day as well, so we'll only have one that's homeless. That's great. You know what, I'm going to move this out this way. And we are actually going to set these guys to mine these ones. So I'm going to start grabbing these closer. So I want to strip this doubly down. So eventually I think that's going to be our area. That gives us more than enough room, right? And then I can bring it out to this. I think though, for the most part, it's going to have to be trains out to here. We've got pretty good fertilities. We'll make do with the farms on this one for a while, but we have berries. So as long as we stockpile for the winter, it shouldn't be a problem. Right, let's go into day 4. Look at that. Straight away, we'll get them nice and back up. We'll have rid of that -16 very soon. Into the glorious day 4. So let me just double check. I think it is just going to be all of those mines. We've got the research lab coming in. We've got the sawmill coming in. And we've got the homes. And we have refuse a pirate's demands. We'll accept that quest. Yeah, I think we could potentially have the wood farm just kind of around this area. That large stairs, though, long stairs, is great. And let's do the sensible thing here, and let's get a bit of a walkway going so they can actually move a bit quicker. I know this is costing our logs, but we'll go as far as we can to at least have some kind of pathway. Now, we have our first educated worker in, so we should be able to start some kind of thingy, and it's, I think I'm going to take, realistically, it's going to be the plank row house. It just makes sense. Supply ship, I'll go ahead and take the planks once again. I think we can afford this just fine. And we've got the extra logs coming in as well. So I think I can make these guys nice and quick. Just by doing that. Get a little bit more speed going. I think we'll get our first apprentice in. So these guys are the right people. If I just start knocking up some planks this way, we should be able to get our schooling quite quickly. With that comes quite a lot of training. And then we'll get the stone cutter in once we're good. So stone cutter is a machinery part, which we will have. I can get them to start loading it at least now. Yeah, let's get there. I'll try my best to be as efficient as possible. They're already off to bed. We finished it off. As you can see, we're good on food. Resources going up nicely. I've got a couple of extra houses in that are going to be free beds for when the next Whisker ship comes, which isn't going to be far away. It is, in fact, tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have a full amount of approval from these guys. That everyone slept where they need to go. And we've got a stupid amount for the tax collector. So I should be able to pull another research, hopefully, from the second one. Okay, the end of day 4. We are flying, and we've got maximum approval ready for the new Whiskers. Here it is, coming in with our Whisker ship. What do we have? Gifted teacher plus strong shoulders. I'd like... Oh, I'm going to re-roll here, guys. There's some that... Yeah, so can't smell. Fantastic. Another educated. That is our second researcher right there. And they are swift. Not very good for educated one, but that's cool. We're going to take the warm core. We're going to take the healthy. And we're going to take the patient, actually. That is some very good Whiskers right there. And what that does mean is I can straight away get another forager's hut. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I can also get another woodcutter. So I'm also going to do that. And we only need one house. That is fantastic. What a great time to be alive. And we'll get the second one in there. So we're already 55% of the plank row houses, but I am going to try and research my little heart out. And we'll get a second one in here. So we're going to get probably pebbles. So we've got 2 at 210. That should hammer out some planks. Yeah, main thing is going to be more wood for sure. I'm going to be working through this as much as possible. And I'll probably just get a third person collecting berries because we do want to make sure we're keeping up with this as much as possible. But yeah, really, really good. We've got plenty of tax-related goods in, and the mining out of the our builder area is coming along nicely. I could keep these going into this quite considerably because we've still got a good amount of coal and copper that we can do surface-wise this way. I definitely think it's the right thing to do because we'll have such a good build area if we do it that way, you know, and there's still plenty of ores to probably get out of this way. So you know what, yeah, let's just leave these guys running on that. I think I'll go warehouse after the planked row house though. Plan on getting those in as quick as possible. I think I might put my houses this way. Really close right to the left with maybe the restaurants coming out this way on the shallow area. I also probably should get a fishing dock. Some like fish. It does give a bad thingy, but we can get rid of these later. Let's get it in. We'll just get maybe 1 or 2 ticking on that, and we'll definitely get 2 woodcutters. So we haven't quite got the correct people for this, but that's all right. We'll just get 2 random people cutting until we can get the training done. Now, we're going to take a machinery supply on the next one, just so I can make my stone cutter. I think we need machinery for the fishing dock also. But look at the tax collector difference here. It is so high. I'll go ahead and pin my copper ore. And there's the end of day 5. So we do need to get fixed on this then, don't we? I don't want to overtime anyone. I'm just going to keep it as is so far. I'm just seeing what we could probably do to make it a little bit better. But it's mostly going to be the rough and stuffy until we get those plank houses. Hello, Mr. Tax. I have just the thing. I will give some copper ore this time. I know I don't like giving too much of it over, but I think that's okay. Do I go with that? I wouldn't mind hitting a double, but we can't really give anything else. I'm going to go for a full shipment and hope that we can get something good. I've got the 2 re-rolls, so we might get a research out of it. And there's our supply ship. So supply ship will take the small one for the machinery part. I need to decide. I think I'm going to high priority this one. We will pause the fishery whilst we still have berries, because that's going to be important. But there's the plank row house. So up next we'll need to, I think small warehouse is sensible, so I can start putting that in. We're going to hit re-roll and see if we can get any luck. Oh, Claws Visage, I don't want it. We'll go with just the spare scrap then. I mean, it's never too bad. The cut stone ticking up nicely, so I can't complain. Got my berry picker run out, but let's get the school place so it's ready. And I think what I'll do, not to waste the logs, is just dump this. I think there's okay for now. We can get that moved. I'm not going to be afraid to move things around a bit more this time and really try and optimize where I can. So the stone cutter is in. We will need those, but not yet, so I can hold fire on that. We'll leave that one kind of paused, I think, for now. And we'll hope that just some planks get stuffed into the school as and when. So we'll leave that one kind of running. I could actually get another worker in here, but they wouldn't be of that much use. So I might just leave them. We could also start building plank row houses, but they are so costly. Yeah, I think we'll stick with as many stone houses as we can early on, to be honest. I'll get 2 more in. And we get to refuse the pirate blockade tomorrow, which is going to complete the quest, which will give us 3 machinery parts. And let's not forget our decorations actually as well. This will help with happiness, won't it? So let's make sure we get a couple in. Let's put 1 here and 1 in the businesses, and then 1 over by the warehouse, because they will be going in there. And then these guys will just get a couple this way as well. I haven't got any more resources, but that's fine. I think anything that just costs flowers is good. So we'll make. I should have done this a little bit early, just for that little bit extra. But I think we'll be fine on approval anyway. And there we go. Let's see then. On to day 7. Yep, plus 64. So we are just fine. Let me just double check what the showers are. The bathing dock is planks as well, isn't it? So maybe one of those incoming soon. Tax collector, we're way above that as well. And we're just getting there to be able to shape these up for sure. Tell you what, let's get another 2 houses. Just because, and then let's see what we can give over. But this time we're going to refuse because we don't have anything to give them anyway. They will shoot our buildings. Luckily, they only hit houses. Fantastic. That is perfect. They didn't hit anything that would cause us problems. And we'll gain some logs and machinery for the troubles. Let's see. We have inquisitive and healthy. Considerate and warm core is so good. Let's grab you. Inquisitive and healthy, we'll take you. Pessimist, I'm not too, and I don't like the unsafe worker, so we're gonna... Although unsafe worker wears out industrial machinery faster is fine later on. I'm just gonna take those 2 for now, though, I think. And there's the small warehouse. Perfect. So small warehouse, I think what we'll do... Debating how we do this... Yeah, if we continue to mine, I think 1 out this way is a good idea. Because we can empty and sort that out eventually anyway. Oh, wow, they destroyed my berry collector as well. Let's get that high priority. But yeah, they should all be passing through our decorations this time, so we'll have that extra happiness from that. Okay, and the cat wants us to hit 21 population. We're already on 19, so we'll have that quest done very soon for a nice cheap tax. But we're coming up for a very big overpayment, hopefully. I think we have enough houses for all of these anyway, as all these get rebuilt. Let's go ahead and get just a little bit more movement from these guys with a bit of wood. At any point, I can strip that up if we need it. I can resume the fish construction. We'll probably start one of them ticking up in there. Because fish are really powerful. They're like a little thing we can give over. They don't like eating it so much. But when we get to the first cafe, actually not a bad idea. They've upped how much food can store in these. We can get one worker in there and it will give us a good approval. Yeah, I will. I'll put a cafe there as well. I actually want the school high priority. I didn't put any research on just so we can use the planks, but I think now we could probably turn something else on. Black spinner would mean we get planks quicker. We're not actually using flax yet, though. I'd also be tempted to try a bit more mushrooms early on this time. Let's grab charcoal furnace, because we will need that before winter. I've got to remember that. We're almost coming into autumn, so I really need to hammer out those researches. And day 7 is ending. But only just good on the approval. What I'm going to do is get a third one in the sawmill. We have Rex who can go in and we will hopefully smash through this. Get all the planks we need. I'm pretty sure we will. And then once the school is in, I'll get the right people trained. Okay, we got our next supply ship. I'm trying to think how I play this. I think, honestly, I'm going to take this one because the woven cloaks is going to help. It's going to help the happiness. We'll let them all get that, and we'll take the extra planks just to keep these kind of going. Keeps research up nice and quick. They're already on 34%, and the fisher's hut is also coming in, so we'll start collecting up some of those. So we actually need an apprentice to get this one moving. We actually have an apprentice over here, so we're going to reassign, and they are the perfect one to go in. We don't even need to train them. So Gaines, you're going to come in and start collecting fish. And there's the charcoal furnace. Hello. Okay, we're going to go straight into organized heating. Then we're going to go into the smokery. But organized heating just means I'm good for the winter. To be fair, I could time that a bit better, but I will just get it out of the way. I think we'll be fine. We're on 609% on those planks then. I might even overtime them, to be honest. No, let's not do it. Let's just leave them ticking. There's a little bit of flax to be had just up on this one, so I'll get those moving with that as well. That's going to be good. We have our first bit of fish in. There is 6 in there. I actually need this as priority though. We'll go with small warehouse so I can get... This mine camp's going to basically move over and start digging out a little bit of this place. Now we won't be probably going back because there's a lot of resources we want to grab, but there's so much coal out this side. And then we maybe might start our lower mines this way. I see some gold over there we can also grab for some early win. But it is highly likely if we just open our mine thing... So not necessarily copper, but this is like a massive coal mine that we can go with. And coal is really valuable. There we go. Day 8 as well. I see we're only just halfway on the tax. And we've got to bear in mind that about 200 or so is with food. So we need to consider that. I don't want to give over everything. But things are looking good. So I think what I'll do, once organized heating kicks off and is fixed a little bit, I might start the first bit of houses. I just need this strip to finish. That's as far back as we're going to go. We have our teacher in now, so we can go guild speciality. So what we're going to do is go through and just check. So these guys are all good. Woodcutter's good there. We've got you that can come out. So we're going to unassign both of these. And I'm just going to check my mines here. You're good. You guys are good. So what I'll do is take one out of the plank maker for now. We're going to get Rex in there. What we're going to do is convert pole into guild speciality. Does put the expectations up, but we're going to change that. And then woodcutter, to be honest, we'll just get one in there for now. That's 3. I know they're not the right classification, but we don't want to go too many into the navigation because we're going to need to also do an apprentice to go into this stone cutter. So I might then flip these out. We'd have to pause the planks though. That's my only concern. Yeah, I'm going to overtime the plank. Let's do it. I think we can get quite a good amount out of that. I'd be tempted to do one of the woodcutters also. To be fair, yeah, let's do it. Let's just get some of that wood done and dusted. And I can get in a small stairway there so they've got a few to cut. Just going to open this in case we grab flax. It looks like we haven't got any yet, so we're fine. And students, done. So I can take you out. I am going to go ahead. How many apprentices? I've got one apprentice in the fish, haven't I? So I'm just going to pause. I'm going to let that finish. Then I'm going to pause the fishery. I'm going to put Gaines. You're going to go in there, and you are actually going to turn Rex into an apprentice, and that's going to be our first stone cutter. So we're going to want to reduce some of this stone down. So yeah, now I'm going to move this one over this way. I'm going to grab these copper ores. I'm not going to let them go to waste at all. And then before we build, this is all a good area actually. I could go underneath anyway. It's not too big a deal. And then just build on top. So day 9 comes to an end. Already going 10 days in. Look at that though. We have a whisker ship coming tomorrow. So we needed to make sure we're good. But 104 is more than enough. We're going to need goods to sell. Hopefully they can get a bit of a mine on before we have to pay the tax. And we'll get some of these extra resources in. Tax ships arrived. I'm just going to hold fire because we need to collect up. There we go. Our warehouse is finished over this side. So what we're going to do is say stone, copper and coal. Nothing else is allowed in. And hopefully they'll use that one. And that should always have the desired. Now, let's go have a quick look. I can give over some fish here, which is fine. I think I will give over all fish, actually. Let's just do it. We're going to give over all the coal. Actually, we've got a little bit of flax as well. I wouldn't mind getting up there, but I think that's a silly move right now. There we go. Let's send that full shipment, and we'll have the reduced tax on the next one as well. Right, school done for now then. So we should be able to start cutting stone. So we'll get Rex into here. And we're almost done on the organised heating as well, and we are in the fall. So we did that all in good time. And let's see what resources we can get. Right, plank abode. No. Slide. Okay, we'll take that. We will take that research. That is just quicker for us at least anyway. And the whisker ship did arrive, so I'm just going to pause it. We're going to go on over. There we go. Can't smell. I'll take you. Educated. No. I'm not going to go for the extra thingy here. Compassionate. Yep, that's our 21 for the quest. Diligent, but a loner. I can deal with that. We'll take those 3, and then we'll get a reduced tax credit on the next one. So we actually only owe him 1 so far. Really good job. And I'm going to start the plank abodes, I think. Right in there. Let me think about this. I'd be tempted to get my first farm growing some stuff. And farms have been worked now, so they're a little bit better, aren't they? Maybe I go here. And then we stick the farmers, so I can do farm tool straight away. Just some small fields, and I will go with berries for now. Even do up this side. Because tree farm, I reckon we're fine for a minute. As good a place as any just to get our first farm there. Now, realistically, I would be silly not to get a couple of stone houses in just because we have so much stone, so why not? Let's go ahead and get someone back in the sawmill now. So we'll go to 3 in the sawmill. Stone cutter. We'd need multiple apprentices. I really don't want to do that just yet unless we can get someone else in to train. So guild speciality, we'd actually need to get Cole in. And what we're going to do is train Gaines. Oh no, he's our fisher actually, isn't he? Yeah, he's our fisher. We'll keep him in there. It just makes sense. Let's end day 10 though. A little bit of a minus, so we are going to need to do something to fix that. We got a day or 2 to get that back up though. And we'll go ahead and pause the students then. We can get this cafe in. We will be good. So yeah, as soon as this finishes, guys, I'm not going to do another research for a minute. I'm just going to pause that one up. Okay, supply ship. We are going to take the first one. I need to gain some back, although the tax is crazy, but it'd be nice to have a huge surplus, to be honest, going into the winter, because I am going to try and reject a couple. All right, we've got 44 to work with. Let's see what we can get. Wow, they are rubbish. I'd be the only one I want is Quill. I'll be honest, that will do. And we've got houses for this too, so. Right, there's organised heating. So we are going to go ahead and pause up the research for a moment. I'd be very tempted to start mining even more. Is that weird? It's not weird, is it? Let's do it. And the cafe is done. So all we want is someone that can move around a bit quicker. Yeah, let's just put him in, to be fair. Vermo, you're going to go ahead and do our food. And as it is fall, we're going to need to get our charcoal furnace in. Now, this needs to go completely out of the way, guys. I don't want anyone walking past it. I say that. I mean, over here should be absolutely fine. So we'll get that one placed in as well. It's pretty cheap to make, isn't it? It's just 3 planks. And we can start... All we need is a few just for the fires, and then we'll get bonfires in. Oh, our farm is good. I need to get that in as well. So we've got you. We only have 1 farmer, but I'm going to get them doing it. Yeah, anyway, bonfires. I'm going to put 1 up on this hill. We're going to need some steps to get to it. And that should keep the houses warm. Everywhere else, I think we'll be fine. And then we've got a second mining pit, so I'm going to get these guys going. We'll just maybe have you and... You know what? Yeah, just you. And you can start mining out little bits here. Also, it's the end of day 11, but our woven cloaks have gone. We're also going to need to get them. So, plus 101. I think, yeah, we gave a bit of hard tack and we had the fresh arrival, so it gave a nice, easy, quick boost for us. Right, we need to move these guys out now. So, we've run out of stuff to grab. I think there's berries there. There's berries at the top. I would be in favor of unassigning you and putting you on the farm now. So, that's better. Then we'll get these guys moved. So, bunch of trees. I'm going to move both of them up the top. And we'll just have to get in a little stair there. And a little stairway there. There we go. This should be good. We just need to get a bit of food in. Have we got a supply ship? Today's tomorrow. So we just need to make sure this food's up. It will be anyway, but being quite optimistic with our miners, aren't we? I think this will be good, though. This, honestly, is going to help quite considerably. I think you can only priority, so that's really good. You can toggle this and then tell them we only put field priority. We select which ones this farmhouse deals with. It's really good. I'm excited for this though as well. We might even be able to grab food out of there. There we go. Our first fuel thing is in as well, and our charcoal furnace is coming on up. So up next we're going to have plank row houses coming in. So that should help with happiness. And tonight they'll be eating out at the cafe. I see fish and berries in there. And there it is, the charcoal furnace. So we can probably get 1 in here. We want someone with can't smell. That is perfect. So they won't get a debuff. And we'll let them just create some fuel. And I'll probably allow fuel in this one actually as well. Yeah, we'll turn fuel on in that storage. So it's nice and close. And as that house comes in, I will go ahead and demolish. So you'll see whiskers to houses if you hover over now. So we've got 23 total. So I can get rid of 2 houses. And that will be in before tonight, so let's do it. So we could probably go back to researching again now. Smokery is next, because if we can smoke up the fish, we'll also increase happiness. This is why we need the fuel coming in. So we'll slowly tick this one up. Then maybe rope, because that'll bring in planks a little bit quicker. I think that research for this one is pretty quick though. So we'll unpause the work and we'll get our 2 educated in. And then we'll have just the 1 running around. Food is mighty close though, but it won't take long, I don't think, for us to get some berries. I can already see some actually, so yeah, we will have some yield. They genuinely don't take very long. I could even extend them actually. Let's do it. Now those trees are gone. Makes sense. And we will go for a second plank row house. I'm going to try and have just them stacking on top through this bit. I think that would be really quite cool. Look at this tax difference as well. This is crazy. And there's the end of day 12. I'm going to slow on the stone once we've cleared this bit out. So I think I can work with what we've got so far. That minus is still workable. Threadbare clothing, that's the issue. So we'll get that one sorted. I think we have a whisker ship. Tomorrow we do. So we just need to make sure they're happy tonight. We have 0 food. But we'll get some from the... What's it called today? Supply ship. I'm going to remove the stone mine bits now, and I'm going to work on just the ores for a moment with what we have, because the coal nodes have loads. Let's go ahead and pay the tax though. I'll give them a little bit of flax. We're going to save the rest. We will give over some coal. Okay, send large shipment. We may even get a research out of it, so we'll be fine. We'll take some food from the supply ship as well. So we'll take just the generic... you know what? I'm going to take the woven clothes as well. We need the extra boost. Could be really cheeky here and just straight... The copper bars means we could build a couple of slides for a bit of speed. But But I'm after a research, I can't lie. We could also boost it though. We could take, there's a fuel. We got fuel coming in, so that's a definite no-no for the fuel. I could almost want to keep a reroll for the whiskers as well. This is good. Old rags is always good, so I can hold off on making the thingy. And you know what? Let's grab the bread as well. We're almost there on the old smokery, so once that comes in, we are good. You gotta see, I'm gonna go ahead and get an earthworks in as well. And we're gonna start building out our slot this way. So I'm thinking I could get a little bit of an industry strip just here. There's smokefish. This does cause pollution. So we'd be sensible to put this out of the way where they're not going to walk past. Out on the water would make sense. I think I'm going to do it. We'll keep them just completely out of the way. I don't think the pollution would be too far from that. So with that research obviously done with that one, quicker planks with the flax spinner would be a good shout. Okay, well, I'm going to grab the signpost because if we can get a few more in, it does help. And I'm going to get these guys just a little flower bed or two as they're passing through. So I've got one reroll. If there's more than 3 on the first one, I'm not re-rolling. I'm trying to make some numbers now. So we'll have enough room for 2. But I think we go ham on the plank row houses for sure. And we also need to get this earthworks in. So I'm going to do that because I need to fill this back in afterwards. I think, yeah, there's no coal on that bit. Pretty sure they'll be quite happy tonight. So we'll have this going quite high up. Yeah, it maxed out, look, because we had the woven cloaks, we had some tailored cloaks in there, and some food like the bread, so good choice. Day 14 though. Let's get ourselves in. It is almost winter, so I'm going to go ahead and get one more bonfire. They're going to have heat whilst working in there, and we don't want too much in the way of pollution, so yeah, well, I'll go with what we'll see. We'll see with just the one, but we will need a fire tender, which is also planks. There's a lot that we're going to be building here, guys. Compassionate and patient, that's good. Can't smell and content's okay, and they're only half a star. Like, can't smell is one of my favorites. Content obviously means they're just very average. There's also an apprentice who's healthy there, so we've got 3, and we've got considerate, so we've got 4 that we can take here. I won't take the weak knees. Obviously this increases taxes. We're on 27 already. 4 without houses. We'll have 2 coming in here, so we will just make 2. I think that's absolutely fine. We'll high priority that house afterwards. And with these guys, we should be able to get them going. So we're going to want the farmer in here. We've got another farmer? No. So we're going to swap these over to who we think is efficient. We'll get you in. These woodcutters need moving, by the way. We can chop closer. Berry pickers are better with those in as well. So what I'm going to do is unassign you. We'll have one that isn't in. We're going to train one more picker. So we'll train the warm core one. And then in the fisher, we'll get the 3rd one. So we're just going to get more fish going. And this supply ship, we have a lot. So it'd be very pressed not to take this one. But at the same time, the planks is nice. Yeah, we'll make, I think, the 2nd one because of the planks. Let's do that. And there's signpost. So this one's good because it's an extra decoration that people will pass by. Obviously, they're going to be pretty ugly, but this time round I am going to be decorating, guys. I think that's really important that we get it in later and make things look really, really nice. There we go. There's 2 plank row houses. We've got one more going to be coming in. We might have enough planks for these, so I'll leave just the 2 building. Again, the fire tender is going to be really important. So we'll high priority, maybe not the earthworks, actually. Have I got 2 earthworks? I have. Let's cancel that. I was meant to put fire tender is there. We only need 1 earthworks. Thank you very much. Oh, it's going to be close to getting that in. But look at our tax collector for tomorrow. Again, I should be able to do the big one. We have 76 coal. Now, our central warehouse is full, so things are going to slow and stop. So we're going to have to give quite a bit away. That's probably slowing down my woodcutters, to be fair. This farm's pretty immense. I'd actually be sensible to get rid of this one. So let's just pause it. We can keep that for now. And actually, it's stupidly quick how soon we're going to need another cafe, but I don't think we're going to hit that population before winter. And my key tip to you guys, if you haven't played before, by the way, and you're looking for tips, is make sure you research the charcoal furnace and these guys. The bonfire. It lasts a lot longer than the other fire. So you've got the 2. You have the campfire that takes 3 logs, has limited lifespan, or the bonfire lasts a lot longer. Anyway, 2 weeks done. Let's get on to day 15. Some good approval, so I should probably hit some overtimes. So let's overtime the... what's it called? I could also overtime the farm. There is so many berries, so let's do that as well. Get those moving a bit. And there's our fire tender coming in just before the fall ends. It's almost perfect, you know. 84 total food stores for our stocks in the winter. I mean, we can manage that. I think we can get rid of the advisor, tax collector. Look at this. It's beautiful. So we'll just throw some coal at them, to be honest. And maybe one piece of copper ore. That looks good to me. I would be tempted to try and get this one. Nah, let's go with just that. That is absolutely fine. And we got another whisker ship, so in the hopes of getting some good housing in. That one's going to be done momentarily, so we'll go ahead and get a second one. I'll get as many as I can, the unhappiness we can deal with, so I'm not going to re-roll here, I don't think. Oh, I might. I'm going to re-roll once. This was pretty rubbish. I mean, diligence, okay, and then we got swift. Perfection is not so good. They're a little bit slower, but we can put them in the mines. That'll do. So we'll get the swift miner there, and we'll continue now the track through this way. So we actually need to get rid of those, and that's our whole build area sorted then. Fire tender's ready to go as well, and we can pause the student. Blank abode is here. I'm going to re-roll. Claw visage, I also don't want that, so we'll go with the full. That machinery is good. Wow, I can take, yeah, machinery, and tough one, but I'm going to go with the bread. We also are going to need yet another warehouse, and I need a bit more of a centralized warehouse, right, whilst we wait. This is good farmland early on, isn't it? Shall we get a farm warehouse over this way? I think so. We'll disable all inputs after construction. A very good quality of life feature, by the way. And there's our stocks for winter. What does that give us? 13 logs. That's amazing. Yeah, is there anyone else we can get in? I have an apprentice, but I'm going to need to train them into an engineer. So, do we have an engineer? We do. So, we're going to do this apprentice into that engineer there and get a second one cut in stone. So, what we need is cut stone for the smuggler, which comes after winter. So, it gives us enough time to save some up to get the gold bullions. There's also some gold that I can grab. So, there is 2 nodes of 3 over there. So, 6... 9, 12 gold. Oh, there's another 2 there. There's 1 up here, so that's a lot of money. Not that it matters, I'm just looking. We have 2,300 in stock and we only owe 27 at the moment, so... Wow, copper ore is worth so much. You do need a hell of a lot of copper, though. Right, what research do we want to go for, guys? Honestly, the ore furnace. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to have a quick look at the factories. We're going to need, obviously, the weaver, right? The weaver is just logs and machinery, so it's something we can get in. And if we put this probably this way, and then we can load in... No, let's go there. You know what? Before the ore furnace, I'm going to pause it. I want to get my smokery in. Look how much fuel we have. Yeah, I want the smokery in. Then we also want, because we're going to be smashing through fish, if we can smoke those up, we can untick raw fish on here and we'll have a good amount of the good stuff coming in. And there we go. 15 days ticked off. Really good approval rating. I still haven't got my showers in because we need to up our plank production. But we're going to make do. We'll be just ticking along and shaping up for this winter, I think. So as soon as we get into tomorrow, I will be putting a fire tender in. And there's our student all done. So we're going to get second one in the cut stone now. So these guys should be pretty handy. So this mine camp now should be able to move out. I'm going to get these guys... Oh, you know what? You can stay. You can continue getting these bits done. This is such a good place to work with, honestly. I've got it so I should be able to put houses all the way through. And we're going to set this to be filled in. I'm only going to do... these ones for now, though, because I see some juicy copper in there. And honestly, down in here, look how much copper there is. I think high priority the small warehouse. We've got a problem here. I need an apprentice for the smokery who is a farmer. So for now, then, let's unassign that one. Let's put in the apprentice. We're going to change to craftsman, and I'm going to grab farmer from somewhere. Do we have any? You're idle anyway because the output's full, so let's train. Let's make you an apprentice to start smoking. And we'll probably just do something small. Let's grab wind chimes. So we definitely need this house in before the winter. There's no more whisker ships, so I should be able to start stockpiling. I'm going to go ahead and pause the miner right now because it's idle. There is no storage space. Literally for anything, actually. It's all stone though. We'll get maybe we'll get extra people in the earthworks. Yeah, I think we will. Let's build this out. We also have our weaver now. I have no one for it yet, but I'll stick them in. Let's just start. We'll use up some of that flax. I'm actually going to pause the fishery, and I'm going to put them in the smoker just to make some better food. And then all of our remaining planks we're going to stick in. So there's something I need to do to make room, but I don't have stone path yet. What do we have? Objective, 8 nights survived. Machinery. Okay, we get some machinery for the winter. It is now 5 degrees and our brazier is on. Part of me, I need to keep a close eye, but we might need to get this sorted. There we go. We have a new storage now. I'm going to allow my berries, a fish, maybe my smoked fish in there. And then we should be fine. I'll sort all the storage and desirability out afterwards, but I am going to take the small one for the tea. And we have got, obviously, the weaver working nice and slow. So 1 flax makes 2 woven cloaks. They're pretty powerful, to be honest. We'll turn all the catalysts on for when we make them, too. There we go. There's the wind chimes. So we will also go ahead and get a couple of these in. So they should be passing through this way. Little wind chime there, wind chime there, wind chime there. And maybe one out this way. I'm going to go ahead and get another warehouse in. This one probably needs to be more for, what should we have? Refined stuff like machinery and all that. And we can get our fish back in now. So we've got the apprentice and you. So we'll have 2 in there, 1 in the smokery. And then in this one, we'll untick normal fish in favor of the other stuff. So smoked fish and stuff as it comes in. Hopefully they'll stick that in. Now I'm putting in 3 different storages for logs, some small ones over this way. So they're going to be exclusively for just normal logs because we are going to run out. Berries I'm also going to turn off now in this one. Yeah, stone can go off. We're going to turn berries and fish off. We're going to keep those in this one. Let's go into day 18. We're absolutely maxed anyway. And we might be able to get the showers in soon, but we just got to fix our storage concerns. Just thought about it. If we want to keep this farm going through the winter, we also need to get a brazier this way. And we don't need it to be all of them. They've definitely reduced the range. That should be more than enough if we get it in there. You can have one right in the middle. Right, we have another supply ship. I can accept something once again. I kind of just want the machinery parts, but you know what? I'm going to reject it. I'll just show you the tax at the moment. We owe 371. We've got nearly 3 grand in, so we're good on that. And we've got 7 machinery parts, so I don't need it right now. I'm juggling back and forth as much as I can, though. I do think, to be fair, the ore furnace would not be a bad idea, but I want to just finish this house, which is coming in. And then we'll put the rest of the planks into storages. So we've got no logs allowed in here now, so we're just going to turn logs on. And you know what? They have 55 storage capacity. They're pretty epic, so at least the logs will keep going. I'm going to turn off the research... turn on the research again now, and we'll start using some of these planks because we've got that storage to offload the rest. I think our food one's looking good. We just need this one to come in. Unfortunately, our raw materials, though, there's nowhere for our mining to go, so I don't think they can continue at the moment. All right, I'm going to take that one farmer out there. Let's have a look at the food. So fish to smoked isn't that bad, so I'd be tempted to get one more in. They might complain, though, about the thingy. If we've got a can't smell, that'd be amazing. Just consider it. So we'll just put you in for now then. Consider it in warm court. Okay, into day 19. I'm still wasting approval here, but I could obviously build my office soon. I'm not in any rush, but here's the snow anyway. It's a nice easy quest that they give you, actually. 5 machinery is pretty nuts as well. Right, decoratives. Okay, I don't have room for these, so I'm going to hold on to this quest for now. Are we looking in the weaver? I probably need to train an apprentice on that. Don't have anyone yet, though. Here, what? Let's pause that mining camp because there's no use for them. There we go. We can keep most of the berries running through the winter. That's another tip from me, guys. Make sure you do that. And then this one, we're going to allow just logs once again. Forget that how good these smaller ones actually are. 55 is pretty epic. So there's quite a few hundred we could get there. I should do the same maybe for stone. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Just whilst we've got it, let's get a couple of these guys for stone. I think although we don't have the right guild, I'm going to still get someone in to get more stuff done for the weavers. So we got both of them the wrong guild, but I'm going to get them in anyway. That 30 odd smoked fish as well. Our happiness is just going to be booming because of that, man. Right, all of this is in. I'm going to turn this on for stone. You know what? I'm going to carry on getting my mining done. We've got space for it now. I'm going to just have one builder. And I'll probably overtime the planks for the morning. Huge day. If you want to keep the pollution down, by the way, just put it slightly above the houses. The smoke rises, obviously. Quite clever, really. We're only, well, we're 64 above, so we're fine. I still need to get the bath stuff in, but I'm holding off. As long as the approval is maxing out, there is no need for me to put them in yet. Day 20, though. Deep in the winter now. Right in the middle. Things are looking good. Naught whiskers without homes. That is an easy quest. I'm not going to do that one yet, though, because I need... That's trinket... not trinkets. That's approval, should we need it. I think maybe we look at the town hall. Town hall itself doesn't matter where it is, as long as they can carry it across. So, where shall I put this town hall? I don't want to block where the houses are going to go, so... Okay, storage looking pretty good. We've got this one. I'm just going to allow everything in there for now. It's not ideal, but I'm just going to let that fill up so we can get stuff done. I'm going to continue to get a couple of the plank houses in. And day 20, we got a lovely, another fresh day. That's officially over the halfway mark in the winter. We are absolutely fine. Only thing we could improve right now, I think, is more clothing. I mean, yeah, I could get another one in there. I don't think there's much training we can do. We've got most of them in the correct buildings for now. Now, obviously, food is cracking. I could even reduce the farmers down. I don't know if maybe the 2 collectors is right for now. I could get rid of this one. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that one. There is no point. Come and do... You can come and build. You're fine. And there's the ore furnace. Lovely. Right, I'm going to use the planks for houses ready to get new whiskers in the new year. This supplier ship I'll probably take something, but the plank houses are going to be our main building for a little while. And this supply ship, we're way ahead, by the way. So I'd be tempted to take clothing. So I'm going to do this one for the 8 woven cloaks. I'm not going to do this. It's quite high. Increase winter surcharge. Let's just double check. 652, but we got 3,500, so we're fine. Got a couple saying they're cold now. I think I'm going to go ahead and get another one in. It is getting colder, so let's go ahead and put one. Let's just deal with the issues. We'll stick it over this way. Don't think we'll have that in tonight, but we need to fix this. I mean, as they walk over here, they'll drop, but I don't want to risk the illness because we don't have medical facility prepped, and we've got enough fuel to do it. There's our next house, so we're going to go for one more, and then we're good. We're running out of stuff somewhere. This mining camp, good. Get rid of that. I could even strip this further away, but we've actually got such a good build space now. So I think once that's gone, we'll move them over and we'll continue to get ores, and then we'll do a big block because we're going to need the stone. So I think I'll stick farming here for now. A whisker is dealing with severe injury or illness. Injury whiskers cannot work and must be treated at triage buildings. So triage, we're going to have to flip to that then. Medical triage. Let's go. We're going to have one that's deathly ill. We really don't want someone to die. My first 200 days, we lost 1 whisker. Not to my doing either. It was to a bug. So we did really well. But, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Ironically, it's the healthy one. High resistance to illness or injury is the one that's injured. Of course it is. Way above as well. Good. One thing I'll be doing early on as well is prepping where our steam pipes are going to go to. So hopefully these guys will warm up. That's 2 that are ill now. Clothing for winter, so we need 13 clothes. Okay, they go off to the fire to warm up. So 2 of them got ill, but we got our second fire now. Yeah, medical triage then. Let's see if we can get that in. Where did I put my educated worker? In the fire tender. Why did I do that? Let's put the swift one in there, and then you can come out of there. You're going to go and research. Thank you. Swap those over because we need this medical triage. I think I might get a logistics hub in. Need a nice little spot for this, I think. out this way is fine. So yeah, we'll get logistics hub. I'll get these kind of carrying fuel over to the right places. This earthworks is almost done sorting this bit out. I think I stripped that back further than I wanted to, so that can kind of stay. But we worked the stone stores down, which was pretty good, and we got our next house coming in. Look at this smoked fish though, 39. I could even say, so berries give +3/+3, smoked fish give +5/+10, so I could even untick that. But they don't eat those foods until they're gone. I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to say smoked fish only in there for now. We have more than enough to keep it going. Do need to probably up the fuel production though, so I've only got one more though. We'll see how we go on. It's the double fire, right? But day 22 is done. Wow. And yeah, approval is absolutely fine. The medical triage should finish hopefully today if we keep the planks going in there. Apparently we only have one that's sickly now, so they must have recovered on their own actually, which is good. That must be the healthy one. Oh, they're both gone. Nice. I'll finish off the triage anyway. But there's our next house coming in too, so I should be able to start stripping these out. And we have a supply ship. So this is probably the last one in winter. I'm just going to take the... yeah, let's take planks again. I think we're fine. There's medical triage. Honestly, I think we can crack on with something else. I think we're going to be on this island for a while anyway, so let's get the flax spinner. Getting that earthworks in was a really good way of working down some of our stone from the storage too, so that's really good. We'll save all these planks to go in here because it's doing it really fast. We have so many, so that is fantastic. And look at that. Woven cloaks ticking up nicely as well because we did get them in on the thingy, so we should be able to kind of catch up a bit. Gonna need to consider our first wood farm very soon, or we move one of the woodcutters this way. We'll do it in the night though. So fuel running dangerously low. We do have another day or two worth in each of those, so we should be able to get some more out before the end. Yeah, we're good. Smoked fish does use quite a bit though. And there's the flax spinner. Wow, we're doing great. Let's get another house in. And then we'll just fill in these last bits. I can put the houses in there. It's probably these ones in bed that are going to have an issue. But I want to be able to take out some of these stone ones really soon. I'll probably take one or two out now, to be fair. And then we're going to have to start stripping through. So we dug into that. We're going to need more stone anyway. So let's go ahead and do it. But I'll do it in a way that we actually carve space to work with as well. So I think I'm just going to go for a big one like that. There's some unknown ores and stuff in, and we'll end into day 24 now. Still not going to get my showers in. And there we go. Tax collector's back in 3 days then. We did a lot on the winter ones, so we do owe a bit, but we have plenty in storage. Might even give over some berries just to reduce that down a little bit. Yeah, it's probably time we get in our town hall. Still didn't decide where I was going to do it, but I might just put it behind this. That blocks my houses though, doesn't it? Tell you what, let's save the water edge because we'll need fishing. We're going to have some food going out onto this bit, but I should be able to squeeze it. Yeah, I might just put it here. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, let's go there. And this supply ship, honestly, I might reject. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't want to put this up too much. Now, remember, our first smuggler is 3 days away. We have a whisker ship tomorrow. Pirate blockade, I don't really have too much to give them. I mean, I can give them food, right? But I'm going to get... No, I'm not. Logistics hub is ready, but we need more whiskers. Let's high priority the town hall because we can get the... We can spend some of our approval. I'll get the double output on food or something. We get 5 machinery for this anyway before the pirates tomorrow, so we'll be able to give the pirates machinery just fine. And there we go. Day 25 is upon us. To be honest, I'm happy. Very happy with where we're at. We are just doing absolutely fine. There's spring. So I might leave the fire tender attended. One more day, then we'll get that moved over. Research-wise, I could untick this so building gets done a bit quicker. But let's just overtime the planks. And there's the pirates. So what we'll do is take the 5 machinery first from that one. And then pirate blockade. It's going to cost us 2 machinery, but actually, because there's not much else we can... I can actually give them 3 woven cloaks as well. So let's do that. I'll send the full ransom just to stop them breaking stuff. I think we have a whisker ship about to come in. There it is. We have no rerolls, so we need whoever we can take. Can't smell. Ooh, okay. That craftsmaster's good as well. We'll take the can't smell. Nosey's not great, nor is perfection. My pace will have to do. Not a fan of weak knees. More likely to get hurt from heavy labour. But if we just stick them in the right thing, actually, it wouldn't be a problem. Let's just take those 3. We've still got housing enough for these guys. Perfect amount. How much is it to start smelting our copper? Cut stone and machinery. Wow, okay. I know I want to save this, but I might get this in, actually. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. I'm going to stick covered bridge onto research as well. We will need it, just not right now. I was more thinking, so we could get across to this island, right? Now, I'm just going to turn on the mine tool, and we are going to check out iron. We could actually, this one that we said we could use for farming could be the iron mine. There's so much over here, though, it kind of makes sense to go that way. Potash is almost over there as well. Tin ore, where's tin? Wow, we're a bit unlucky on tin. Although, no, there's some there, so we could bridge straight over to this, actually, for tin. And then, yeah, copper, this one also has. Gold ore is on our main island. We seem to have got lucky with that. Rock salt, not so much. We'd have to go quite far for that. But you do find rock salt when you're low down anyway, is what I've noticed. So, also not concerned on that front. And let's complete this day. Yeah, we're fine. Not even got showers in yet, guys. This is the power of these tier 2 plank abodes. They are so good. Like, so good. I forgot to click start new day. Honestly, man. You get the 1 stars in there, you get a massive buff. I'm just looking to see if there's anyone we can change out who's rapid that doesn't like their job in these. So, in the farm, for example, you're healthy. You're diligent. So I'm not going to swap you guys out. I want someone who's swift or strong shoulders in the logistics hub. We are going to need to work the mines, though, in pretty extensive amounts. I'm going to pause the earthworks and flip to the miners very soon, though. I may even do that now, to be fair. I'll let them finish those last bits that they're doing. Let's pause that one. Let's get the 2 considerate miners on the go. If you didn't know, you can also do something like this as well. So you can craft a field, right? Oh, there's the covered bridge. And then you can fallow that field and just leave it. Fertility will grow over time. So I'm going to do that. So you could mine it basically out to flatten it and then fallow it. It takes about a year, I think, in game. And there's my policies. This is the good stuff right now. So we're going to go for... Which one is it? Eureka Moments is fabulous for research, but it's actually stump collection that I want to unlock. And we're going to enact that to get more logs. Was that the right thing to do, actually? When's the whisker ship coming? Tomorrow. Yep, we're fine. We've got some approvals. I'll complete one of those quests for now just to get that up. We'll see where we're at tomorrow. Right, with that student out then, we should be able to get my... Not you. My stone stuff going again. So we've got our craftsmaster now. Boom. So we can get that cut stone pumping quite fast. Ore furnace I'm not going to do. I'm going to put one in the charcoal if I can. I think we need... Yeah, maybe the can't smell. I know they're not the right guild, but I'm going to put them in anyway just to burn up some fuel. And I think now we're going to move our trees up this way. So we're really going to start getting this. So there's going to be some big travel time for these guys. But that's okay. We've got loads of wood. And we'll start prepping our next farm for trees. I reckon I could get that out this way. Best way for me to do that is grab the farm tool onto trees and have a look. And honestly, we're pretty good. So I think out this way is going to be great. We are going to set these up properly. So I'm going to get the long stairs in. That should be more than enough wood. And then we'll put the farm... Probably here. I think that covers all of that area, actually. And then we'll get those guys exclusively. They won't go out their ring, actually. We can have them just work in these fields. Gonna need some more whiskers before we do that, though. Which research do we want to put in? I think the netter. It's quite expensive, but we'll do it. And I can also get in now the rope spinner. I think it's with the weaver. Oh, it's not, actually. It's its own building, is it? There it is. Flax spinner into ropes. 1 apprentice, though, that takes. Anyway, let's attend 26. So we got good amounts, actually. We've got whisker ship coming in, but that's more than enough, I think. We'll see where we're at. But there we go. It is now 5 degrees. I think I can get away with pausing the fire tender. We'll get that 1 extra building for us, hopefully. So I could probably start smelting if I train an apprentice. Don't think I have one spare. Yeah, I'm going to unassign the smoking one. I'm going to get apprentice going. And I think it's a miner we need, isn't it? It is. So we're going to get the niblet in there. Niblet. And here's the smuggler. We got 44 cut stone for them. 47. This is why ropes are powerful too, guys. So we can get 2 gold bars. Two's good to start, isn't it? Yeah, we'll get one of those in. 2 is really good to start. Which means our tax is way ahead. Okay, here we go. Take the 2 gold bullions there, my friends. Take maybe some berries, bit of fish. Definitely don't need that many. And you can have some logs. We're not going to be using this coal for a while, and trees are renewable, so let's just get rid of those. We'll send a large shipment again. I'm aiming to send as many large shipments as we can. This woodcutter can go ahead and start chopping this way. Supply ship we can take again. Good. I'm going to take this one, actually. I need machineries, but not quite yet. Plank blockhouse. I'm going to reroll. And I'm going to reroll again. I just love risking it. Didn't work out this time. I might just discovered stowaways. It's a risk. We might get someone rubbish, but I'm going to take the cut stone and gain 2 extra whiskers. My pace, unsafe worker, and sickly. Wow. Couldn't have got any worse. Okay, and let's complete the quest for producing woven cloaks. Yeah, that couldn't have got any worse there, to be honest. Okay, let's go. Let's take can't smell, thoughtful, content. I don't want to take... do I want to take that? That could still work out quite well. Yes, I do. Let's take sprocket as well. I've got a lot of houses to build. Only the best for my lovely citizens. Got the 3rd one going in there. Let's high priority that. Some will have to go homeless to start. We are now on 38 though, so we need a 2nd cafe to service all these. But the answer is not yet. The reason I grabbed that apprentice was this, but I could also swap this out for the gifted teacher. I don't remember who I was training. The miner, wasn't it? It was Niblet. Yeah, because they're almost done. There we go. So we'll put the gifted teacher in and be much quicker. Then we can put you back in there. Put the smokery. Fishing, we can get back maybe the sickly one in there. I've re-enabled berries in here now. And yeah, with these 6, to be honest, I might get another one in. So we need... Let's go with Kingy. Also going to make you an apprentice to fill out the stone cutter. It's important that we start hammering through those. We're going to need loads of cut stone. And then we can also get in our 3rd one in the weaver. Now, how much flax have we got? 23. I need a flax farm to... It's really ramped up. Let's end the day, though, and think about how we're going to do this. This is still pretty good. 38 whiskers already. I've almost done all the tier 1 researches, too. That ropery would be good, because we can get the catalyst in for these, so I might get that next one. 5 farm workers for the approval. We're on 4 almost. No, we're going to get a flax spinner. And I haven't quite decided where that's going to go yet. I mean, let's go in there. No, we need to... This one needs something to go up to it, doesn't it? So, we would be best placed like that. And let's get rid of that logistics hub a second. We can rebuild it. Let's put it there. I might have the logistics hubs in this bit, actually. Just bear in mind, these are going to go, remember. So we'll have a nice non-smoggy industrial area this way. And you'll see that this field will slowly grow over time. I'm not actually sure how long it is anymore, but we could get them also following some other lands like this. So we're going to... This field, we're also going to put fallow because they will use that land and till it. Supply ship. I think this time we will take the safe bet. We'll unload a small shipment of that. We've got a good amount of flax coming in from this side. And with the extra people, we really should be foraging more flax where possible. And there's a good amount over this way. So we'll get them just digging out what they can from this bit. And we now have the farms. So we're going to field priority this, this, and this. Really good. So you get them to click on there. And we'll grab maybe my pace and unsafe worker because you don't need to do anything other than a bit of farming. There you go. You guys can stay in there. And we'll have our own lot of trees now coming in. And with that, we're going to overtime the planks, 709%. Look at this. I am going to need another plank maker, I think. Because this research is going to use a lot. I'm so excited, man. We're in such a good position. So I'm thinking there's no... this isn't causing pollution out here, so we're enough away. So a couple more. So the weaver, we're going to put the content one in. We're going to start weaving up as much as we can, keeping on top of woven cloaks. Eventually they won't like that, but that's good. And fisheries looking good. I honestly think we get another plank maker in. No, I think we're okay to do this actually now. We've got our apprentice, haven't we, which we said we wanted to do. So we'll get our niblet in there. And we'll start smelting up our copper bars. I'm trying to remember, where's the logistics stuff? It's the next tier, isn't it? No, it's all the way... Yeah, it's not down there. Where is it? Yeah, conveyor belts. That's it. Conveyor belts are awesome. Stone path will be my first one, though, for sure. Yeah, we're once we get these copper bars going, we can go into tier 1. So don't need either of those. I'll probably grab them anyway to get rid. But after Netta finishes, I'll grab mushrooms, because we probably should set up a mushroom farm. So what I will say here, if you look, it can only go up to 74. So it's 25% of 74. Actually, so I was wrong. This one can't go any higher than 43. But cotton will grow on it. So I might put in a small cotton bit on there. Or I might just get... let's leave it. It's fine. I'll do it as a test. I'm not too sure. Let's see if this number goes up. And let's go into day 29. Hopefully have these houses in. We're still in a really big plus anyway. We'll look at the baths soon. We do need to spend every plank on all this junk though, so we'll probably wait for copper to build up a bit. We'll go through all of these as much as possible. Yeah, we'll let the netter finish, then we'll let all of the building happen. I'm going to overtime my cut stone. We do have another apprentice I can stick in to start smashing it out, so we'll get a third one in there and get a good percentage going. We'll probably just keep hitting double times on these. Now we've got a logistics hub, we should be able to get everything carried over. We don't have anyone who's super fast, but we'll go with can't smell because they are not slowed by terrain. And also the can't smell means the people going in to get fuel will not get affected. Okay, good. Right, there's the netter. Let's go ahead and pause the research place. So we've got more people carrying. So should be able to now turn off logs on there and turn it on with these, so it should empty out the other ones. So our logistics hub will go ahead and sort all that out for me. There we go. Move all those logs over. And that means we can just exclusively allow fuel, copper, and coal in that one right there. And then stone just here. Now, as I imagine our logs will go pretty crazy now, I'm going to go ahead and get these in. I wish we had a copy tool. I can't lie, I'm very, very much spoiled with copy tools after playing Anno for so long. I've just done a full movie. If you like Anno, by the way, it's on the channel. Full movie on there also. But yeah, the copy tool is something every city builder needs. Unless there is one, let me know. All right, let's go ahead and set this high priority so we can get our rope catalysts in on these guys. And ropes are something we can sell to the smuggler too. 2 days away, we've got 49 cut stones. So if we can get some rope for them, that would be really good. Still have these 4 homeless though, guys. Come on. We'll probably do us good to get in another thingy. So I'm going to go maybe sawdust seasoning. You lose 10 per. We'll keep an eye on it. And let's crack on into day 30. Boom. I mean, that isn't amazing, is it? Let's be honest. But I think once we get rid of this slept outside, we're fine. Okay, cotton farms. Produce 34 cotton. That will take. We've got some nice quests. Probably should get another farm going. I haven't decided where I want to put it yet, though. I'm going to be honest, too. I need to probably get this gone. I'm going to move it. They're going to have to carry that all the way down here, but I want to get rid of that berry bush, because maybe a farm over here is a good idea. Right, whisker ship. Oh my god, educated apprentice, gifted, compassionate. I mean, I don't want you, but we'll take considerate. We'll take patient. Weak. Cannot live very much. It's not the end of the world. I might take them as well. So the less expectation we have, the easier they are to please, right? So you can counteract these bad traits with the other stuff. So let's refuse the rest though, because that is going to give us some serious house issues. Let's continue to get these abodes in. I could just hammer in some small stone ones as cover, in all fairness. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted the others, but I think we're almost there. And now our weaver is coming in for the ropes. Something I neglected previously quite a lot. Food isn't a problem, so I think we do get one this side. I want to keep them relatively close. I think that would work. That would work. I'm going to do it. And what I can do is, because they're not doing anything else, all these farm bits, they're going to be flax. Now, flax might not be very good, so we might need to fallow this one out. But we should be able to get these ones all right. We'll do flax and cotton, so we'll have one in there. We'll fallow that one, so we'll have just 2 cotton. Probably just have one farmer in there dealing with that. Right, we have a smuggler ship coming in tomorrow. We've got 70 cut stone, so all absolutely fine. I'm just looking at where, if anywhere, I can plank some house flooring, and I can. I'm just going to do this. Connect them in. And I could probably get some more decorations. But there we go. Approval's looking fine still. Slept outside, I'll be gone soon. Into the next day. Let me get these decorations in. Maybe a couple of trees. Sorry, mate. A couple of trees that they can walk through there. That'll help. And here's the smuggler. What you got for me, Mr. Smuggler? That's 3 gold bars. I reckon I could... Yeah, we don't need the fuel just yet. We need some of it, but... I have 1 piece of smoked fish. We'll take 4 gold bullions off them. Look at the tax difference. So good. And the houses coming in now as well. So the plan was the houses all the way along this bit up to this point. Then we'll go up with them. Should take for some easy management. And hopefully nice and central until we get to like trains. Let's go pay our taxes. Wow, we'll cut back. There we go. We can give them overpay. We'll still have 2 gold in stock. I'm not going for the maximum one because I didn't see much point. And our student did finish. So let's get our apprentice in as well as our considerate one. Let's start spinning up some ropes. And then when we get the scissor catalyst, we'll get that one in as well. Supply ship. Let's take small one. A bit of tea for us as well. Tempted to roll. We're on 30 copper bars. We need like 90 for the first one. We also need loads of planks, but I'm going to need that at some point for a cheaper tax, but it doesn't matter right now. That one is disgustingly good. If you think about machinery and paying off the pirates, it's good. I'm going to re-roll again though because I can't help myself. Okay, let's take the iron bars and copper bars and the planks. That's not bad because then we can get these buildings finished super fast. As you can see, mining's still going really strong. I've got quite a bit of copper in these hills that we can grab. And I need to start looking for some coal again. There's literally like 60, 70 coal just in that one, if not more. Still haven't housed our other ones, but I am going to take a look. Warm core. A rude apprentice. I'll take the patient one, maybe. The pessimist, but does have strong shoulders. I don't have enough to take them, but that would have been pretty good. So, what we're going to have to do is we're going to get rid of that one. And that one. Just going to build our approval back up. Because we now have multiple houses we still need to get in. Just look at, I think we need to get another forager's hut again. What did I do with this one? Well, actually, no, I can just get one more in. But now, let's just get patient. And we're going to set forage priority on flax. Just for now. I'm going to put the decorations in to finish this one off too. There we go. Got some lights in. Let's finish that. We'll get trinkets and a bit of approval. And I've just realized I don't have a path for these guys to get to their houses. So let's connect these up. There's method to the madness, guys. It might look ugly now, but it's gonna look good. Let's crack on. 31. Done. There we go. Nice big approval back up. So still want to get these houses. Then we're going to look how good the smoked fish is. Yeah, sorry. Then we're going to get some showers. So we've got 37 saying they've got dirty fur. Maybe I can get that in. So baths. Honestly, let's go here. I might turn the earthworks back on actually, guys. Just get one in there. Just fill in this last bit. I do want to keep this coming out. Not really anything I want over there. It's more just to make build areas so we can have this coming out onto like bath areas and all that sort of stuff. And we've got our next farm, so we'll probably just put the weak but considerate one in there. This new farm thing, by the way, I need to make sure I field priority this so they don't touch the wood. that farm. She just works on this one, basically. Because these, I think they only start working on this. Oh, there we go. Only priority. And then we'll go only priority with you. Actually, no, we won't. They'll prioritize this, but if they get spare time, they'll do that one. I think that's actually fine. I think we can go ahead and pause the earthworks again now. Good job. See if there's anything else we want to pin. So ropes are coming in nicely, and we'll pin gold bullions and maybe trinkets. There's no harm in just pinning them. I have increased the UI to 120%, guys, just so you guys can see it a little bit better as well. Hopefully you noticed that. So before I forget, there's something else I want to do, and I'm going to get 2 storage sheds here. One for cotton, one for flax. And then we'll just get our logistics guy running around like a lunatic. And there we go. Day 32 ends. Now, I wasn't quite sure on how long I'll be making this video anyway, so I'm not too sure how many days. I think the plan is to try and do all research. That is my end goal. Achieve pretty much everything. So we'll see. So realistically, we want to try and get another plank maker in. I also need to check through all my buildings to make sure the right people are in each one. So we've got 1 forage hut that should be changed. I'm not sure we have anyone. We don't. So we could train them, but that's irrelevant. I think farm-wise, they're all farmers. Good. Earthworks, not in. Sawmills, all the correct people. Stonecutters, all the correct people. Fishing, yes. Okay, we could change the charcoal furnace. And we could change this. So what I might do is train... Let's take Twitch out of the weaver. And same with you. What we're going to do is put in Scurry and Twitch. And we are going to train to be the guild specialty for the weaver. Then we'll get the other one unassigned afterwards. So at least they're working a little bit more efficiently. And supply ship now, I'm going to take the planks again. We've still got the machinery. Really want to get these plank houses up. And I probably need to save my next lot of royal wax seals for re-rolls of whiskers, to be honest. Alright, we'll have you as flax. You as cotton. Look at that. We have a production chain, baby. So that means at least our gatherers are going to bring them that way. We'll leave the flax over here as well because they need to carry it. But that's just what we want. And then logistics hubs, like you see in here, they should sort out all our transport requests if we put them in. So we could have a small storage over here saying 10 flax, and they'll move it over for the weaver, for example. The change is good here, though. And boom. So what we're going to do is, before we do anything more, I think we're going to unassign the apprentice, and we're going to retrain you. So our weaver will be properly trained. And flaxman, you see the ropes coming in. So we've got 65 cut stone, 26 rope. And we've got the smuggler in 2 days. So we should be getting some more gold bars quite considerably. We've got our last 2 houses coming in. Boom. Homeless will be gone tonight. No, it won't. It will if I do this. I'm going to unlock night construction. And I'm going to enact it right now. We're going to finish that house. You are not going. There we go. Boom. Now we're going to abolish night construction. Oh. If you're wondering, there is one you can do piecework trinkets. It's 300 to unlock, so we can't do it yet. I might go for the Eureka Moments, though. We'll unlock that and enact it. So when we get our next research in, we're good. So let's grab mushroom cultivation. And we'll put our 1 educated in there just to slowly tick that up. We've almost got our copper bars we need for the tier 1 research. And there we go. That's 1/3 of the 100 days completed. And a nice good amount. Lovely. Did my baths finish off, actually? They did, didn't they? There we go. Turn soap off because we don't have it yet. That's literally one of the last researches. But nice to see that they can now bathe at least. And we could probably go ahead and get a bath in. I want to get a second one if it'll let me. I think we might need to unpause this. Because I don't want to spend the stuff. I want to just continue to expand this out, to be honest. Let's do it. We've got plenty of stone. May as well use it. And look at that. We're already on 32 of mushroom cultivation. Hello, Mr. Tax Collector. Take the trinkets. 2 gold bullions for you. I could actually give up some of the copper ore because it's taking up a lot of space. You're going to have some logs now because we've got so many. Do I go with the full one? You know what? I'm going to do it. Going for our very first, largest shipment. Boom. Let's see if we get lucky. So it gives us the extra reroll. hopefully we get a research, not a little rubbish research either. At least one of them will be ticked. And there's our teaching done. So we can reassign now everyone accordingly to the weaver. So we'll have to do one at a time, but that's okay. Swift apprentice. Hello. Content. Rude, greedy, nosy. Cares deeply, but he sometimes asks rude questions. We'll take that because it's 0 expectation. You know what? Weak really isn't that bad either. We'll take that. We'll compromise. We'll compromise. And let's go considering now doubling up. Yeah, see, I'm going to go for a... Oh, there's some fertilizer. Reroll. Mining is 30% faster. That could be good later on. This one excites me though, because that would mean just serious amounts of gold bullion. Ration meals though would make them work super fast for a day or two as well. Reroll. I can't help myself. That soap, tea and medicine is huge. Oh, one more. No. I'll take the soap, tea and medicine. I've wasted my rolls, but that's fine. 51 planks is huge actually for our research too, so that's actually great. So yeah, I'm just setting up my paths here. So we want them to be nice and quick, don't we? So we'll have a stairway to heaven right there. No, we won't. There's mushroom cultivation. Let's redo this. So we need to come from the top. Ideally, we want stairwell up, and then we could have a slide down, because why not, right? There we go. And they can start building. All right, supply ship. I'm going to take the smallest. So we're going to start building up a surplus just to get some machinery parts in. Back in summer already, though. It goes around very fast. This is super good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start ticking off. I'm actually just going to get rid of these, so when the research comes up, we'll just get them out of the way. I think logistically we're fine. Let's get a second one in the logistics hub. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's get another one in the farm. Let's put a nosy one in there. You can do. And then just looking down here, there is a lot of copper in this area, so I can't not mine it. I'd be silly not to. It's a really good zone. And I think our store is full. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 2 or 3 on this one. So what we're going to do on these is put coal in there. You know what? I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to put it here. And what I'm going to do is say just coal on those. So this miner, and then the coal can be used in this one, right? And then we've got the copper ore in this one. So these two are really efficient. Let's also put some decorations over this way. So as these guys go past, they're nice and happy. Just remember that Eureka Moments, look, Plank Abode, 50% already with 1 person in there. Do I have my other educated? Where are they? Orage's Hut, right, you can change. Because we now have, we don't have, but let's put someone else in there anyway. So we can double up our educated, and we'll start smashing through that again. But anyway, day 34 finished. That approval, super, super good. Right, I'm going to dedicate one of my miners to start prepping out where we're going to do our heating from, right? So we're going to need to go directly under these areas. So I think that's it there. Let me just double check. That is not it. I need to remove that. Okay, we need to go this low. So what we're going to do is strip this out. We're going to have a little area where the heating pipes are going to go later on. It's important that we get these right now. We'll go deal with the pirate blockade though. There you go. Have a couple of machinery, a little bit of woven cloaks, and see yourself gone. And there's our plank abode. So as I said, we're just smashing through these just so they're done. I'm going to grab the plank blockhouse, and then we'll quickly get in the coppersmith. Then we're going to research that text. We're almost there on copper bars. Houses are coming in as well, so we'll have that sorted. Yeah, so the idea is probably have one of the miners out this way doing that. We've got 1, 2, and then 1 right here that we can start with that. So we've got that in the perfect place, actually. I'm just going to move that there so they actually do that mining. Smuggler being here with all of this cut stone. Look, we could even use the medicine and soap. And honestly, that medicine, there's only 4 though. We're not going to need that many ropes, so we'll get rid of those early on. But we should be able to get all 4. And it's worth noting that those ropes will already be in. So we'll put those. That's 4 gold bullions. Look at the tax difference. It's crazy. But yeah, if we click on our woodcutter, we have our ropes catalyst, and our stone cutter, we have our rope catalyst as well, which gives it a 25% boost. So these guys are good. I should hit overtime continually on these though as well. And the next whisker ship has arrived. We should be able to start ramping this up if we can get some of these in. There's another apprentice there, but I'm not too bothered about getting them. We can just make, maybe patient is good. Compassionate's also okay. Inquisitive is another one that's alright. Let's go with those three, because house-wise, that's all we can afford. Now, let's get some people in the sawmill that are correct. So, we're going to put the school with this apprentice in, and we are going to train a couple of these. So, we're going to go for Inquisitive and Content, maybe? Yep, you guys will do. And then these three are going to go into a second plank maker. No, let's keep these exclusively up. And we'll just have the steep stairs for now. I don't know if we can get a slide down. Would be pretty cool. I could if I move this around, but we'll just go to the steep stairs. I mean, it's not something that's crazy. That's right next to the storage, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we'll just get that like that. And let's end day 35 out. So hopefully that underground mining is still going really good. But look at this. We're able to max out the approval, which is fantastic. I could potentially get one more lot of showers in. So we'll just wait for these to finish. They're still doing a good job. We'll let them continue on. And the plan is to build these out, right? So I know I said I wasn't going to go this way, but I might set a central hub train station from here. There's the blockhouse. What do we think about that? That means we could go off anywhere we like, right? So if we go maybe central train hub here, we could go boom. We could go boom out to the tin and stuff. Yeah, that would be really cool. Coppersmith would allow us to get scissors, which does speed up, I think, the coal. But we're going to crack into research tier 1. I'm going to start. Going to take some doing with the planks, obviously, but we've got our second lot of logs coming in. Let's get a high priority on that one. And the students are good, so that should be able to build our stuff nice and quick. And here it comes, sawmill coming in nice and fast. We'll get this populated straight away, and we shouldn't be far off from the houses too. They're both looking good. Right, let's get them straight in. So we should have everyone we need for this, and we've got a good set of people. We're going to overtime and just absolutely hammer out planks now. Now, one thing we need to keep an eye on is the trees. I think we'll be a-okay, but I just need to make sure. So I'm going to continue collecting these in anyway. And then we'll move this. Is going to start to probably go this way, so we can start clearing out this area. We've already got one, but we're going to need to just get the stairs up. We'll let them keep clearing out little by little, and hopefully these guys will continue to just grab out all of these berries and stuff within range. So I'm just going to go underground. It certainly looks like they've done the full tunnel. It's hard to see, but they have. I think from here we probably want to branch this off, like so. Is that correct? Or are we... It's really... No, we haven't. I need to go back up. Now we're good. Okay. And there's a bit of unknown, but we'll just start branching it out. This needs to go further, so we'll bring this all the way over. Now, when we go inside, we're also going to need to bring this into the mountain. So, honestly, we're going to try and traverse all the way underneath, and I'll keep moving the miner above it just to get it done. It's really important that we have that prepped and ready, so then I can run the pipes underground and keep it nice and neat. And the last house is coming in. I don't think we're going to hit it, so let's get night construction on, just in case. So they should carry that on. Yep, there we go. And then we can turn it back off once that one finishes. All right, tier 1 is actually almost a quarter of the way done. So we should be moving on to some of the bigger stuff straight away. So I probably want to start planning out where also another tree is going to go. We're clearing out pretty well, though. I might also move the mines over to grab this gold. But for now, we are just so far ahead on tax collector. Going to day 37. Very, very solid. The only thing we're doing that's a problem is hard labor, if I'm honest. So with the multiple planks now, we should be able to really start to get in some more of these guys. So I'm going to go for 3 more, and we'll try and get all of that going. And we've done this in a way that it's nice and layered as well. It's really good. So I should be able to keep going. I'm going to have to mine this back out, but it does mean it leaves us that one extra strip. So let's get that going. So we can hopefully decorate in the middle and stuff. Prepping for the future, you know. Tax collector. Gold bullions. So do we go for a maximum? Probably. But now we can give them all the cotton, so we will go for a maximum. Just makes sense. There we are. Send the largest shipment. Okay, let's prep for more whiskers then. We've already got the houses in, but let's see what we've got. Okay, we got a gifted teacher for farming. I mean, expectations only 1 star. We'll grab healthy. Gifted teacher and considerate is also only 1 star. Inquisitive and my pace will take you. So 4 more. I think that's good. We're already on 54 whiskers, which is a high number. So we really want to start ramping something else up now. Plenty of cut stone coming in, but let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. I really don't want to re-roll that. This is huge as well right here. Yeah, I'm going to take carpenter and rusty machinery, because that is a huge schematic. I didn't actually use the wooden vices before, by the way. And supply ship now, I don't need the machinery because we've just got loads. So let's go ahead and grab the second biggest. We'll take some more wood. Why not? Yeah, food, do not need to worry about. One thing I could do is maybe get even more fish and stuff. But for me, it is about continuing the mining and all that sort of stuff. Could get one more in the earthworks, though, whilst we've got the people. So it looks like we're out onto the deep water, so it's going to take some doing. We do need the centralized hub, maybe one wider this way as well. And this just saves us on logs later. We may as well use it whilst we have the stone, right? And I am going to bulldoze 2 of these houses. We'll have the extra homeless for now, but I'm going to turn the night construction on. And we'll overtime these once again. And I do need to get that cafe, don't I? So let's get 1 more. So this then, I will keep the same. This is going to cost us the planks. Can I go up? To be honest, I could still go up from this one. So let's do it. As we already have the floor, we may as well. And there we go. Let's crack on in then. Day 38 coming on up. A huge amount still. Sorry about you sleeping outside, guys, but I mean, it is what it is. So that carpenter's going to be needed later for the furniture anyway. Can't remember what the wooden vices we used for. Right, let's get the stump collection enacted again now then, so we can afford it. We may as well get even more wood in because we're going to be going crazy on that. I think we have a smuggler in 2 days. Rope is on 30. We have 88 there, so we are fine. Flax is still good. I'm going to go for the planks once again. We're fine on tax, so why not? And just looking, they are carving into this mine pretty well. And these guys have done their deeds, so I think maybe we go a little bit further out now. And it's worth noting we are going to need to keep them kind of good. So we do need to keep a lot of stone coming either way. Right, I've got coal and copper allowed on these, so we'll have an overflow of copper, but only accepting coal on this one. And I think logistics hub-wise, we can get another worker in there. So we're going to see if there's one that moves quicker. My pace is not good. Let's get Ethel in there and get these resources moved across quite quickly then. This is key, so they'll move all of the resources out of these hubs to get them into this one here, so they can carry on mining a bit better. Right, we're just hitting an overtime on all these. We've got plenty of fuel, so I'm going to carry on smoking up fish as well. It's worth noting the moment we go into the next tier of research, we'll be removing all of those smaller storages and setting up a more centralized one. But anyway, let's go into day 39. Yeah, it'll make sense when I do it, but we'll have a conveyor belt coming from here. So we're going to need a lot of planks, copper, and logs for that. Which is fine. 5 whiskers without jobs. I mean, we can accept that straight away, and we'll get a new whisker. Let's see who we got. Weak knees. Of course we did. I mean, it could be worse. Alright, it's time to move you out then. So we're just going to continue going up this way. I'm going to move this mine camp this way. Let's get this cleared out because I want my houses to go in there. Probably get one more down this way though. I don't mind because we are going for quite a big population in this play. And let's make sure we get in a couple of flower beds and stuff. We want these all nice and happy. And looks like our cafe's coming in as well. Perfect. That's enough for all of ours now. The cafe's nice and close. Let's just get who we're probably not going to use just yet. We'll get Gord. Actually, just get Wilk, the weak need thingy, because they haven't got to carry very far anyway. It looks like our trees are good. So we're no longer got logs this way. We've got that storage. We're going to want to... I'm going to do the same for these guys then. We're going to have to put them up this way. That's accessible. It's a long old trek. Pretty sure, though, that cuts it all the way up to those guys. And then I would actually be tempted to get a slide coming back down. But that's planks. So you just have to stick to your big steep stairs for now. It's a long old way. All right, let's crack into day 40. I just managed to overtime my planks once again. We got one house done, so only got one that's homeless. Flick in between. But we still have no issues. I can't stress how powerful smoked fish is early on, guys, honestly. So we should be good. Yep, there's 10 gold bars in here. I'm going to give all of those over. I'm going to give you 4 fuel. Let's see if we can get this a little bit higher. Medicine is so good. I really don't need it either. Yeah, we may as well give it over. The gold is more important right now. Give the soap as well. There we go. We're going to take all 10. Boom. Look at that difference. And we are due a whisker ship. So tax ship's here. But before I do that, I'm going to prep another bit of farmland. Because we're almost ready for the conveyor belts anyway. Although we have mushrooms, we could be really cheeky and do a mushroom one over this way. So maybe we go with that. It will take some doing to mine it out, but that's quite sensible, I think. Because the food stores are this way, I reckon I could dig it out from this. Maybe even better, over here. And then we'll have to just dig under. And these are going to connect up, so we'll have to come out this way. Let's make sure we're not mining into anything, though. It'll be super rocky underneath. I think we'll be fine. And let's go and pay our dues. So we're going to go for a big one again. And I'm not going to give over my stuff here. There we go. We're going to give everything, which, because of the cotton, we are in good standing. We keep 4 gold for the next one. Extra large shipment. Out it goes. And we're ready for the whisker ship. So this, we're looking for some miners. We have some rerolls here. We have 6, just to be precise. We've got 1 strong shoulders. 1 core and sickly patient. I'm going to reroll. Hopefully we get something better. An apprentice farmer. The perfectionist is a little bit lower, but this isn't too bad. We've got Rex, Inquisitive, Strong Shoulders, and that apprentice, so we'll take those 4. And then we've got the farmer coming in. I'm also going to get 1 more mining camp, and this mining camp is going to be set with 1 goal only to set up our mushrooms. And I'll build a pretty damn big mushroom set. I'm going to re-roll. Look at this, water pumping. Yes, that is huge right now to be pulling that in. What else do I take, though? I'd be tempted to grab both of those. I can't not take that, so we need to decide which one we'd get instead. Honestly, this is pretty good, the planks right now. So that'll speed up our research. But the 14 copper bars, although I think we'll have some... Yeah, let's take rusty machinery. We'll get copper bars. The rest is okay. But for the record, guys, we're about to finish this tier, and that is already water pumping and carpenter done. Water pumping means we can get multiple things like the sifting tower, the mill, bakery, the soup kitchen, all sorts. So we're really good. I am actually going to, in fact, go for stone path, stone stairs, elevators, that type of thing first, though. But we are going to need a second stone cutter. So it's time. So stone cutter is Engineers Guild. And we happen to have a gifted teacher to turn one of them into the engineer. So we're going to go for tall because we need that apprentice. Then so that'll be 2. We have a third, don't we? No. And we'll get nettle in there as well. So we're going to change guild speciality. Then we're going to get in this guy. So that's everything we need to make them apprentices afterwards. And I think because we already have the way up, we're going to go at the top. No brainer for me, so we can get that sorted. So 3 more homeless now. Let's get this going. We got a nice big home set for them. It's going to take some time, but that's okay. And then we'll decide where we put the water pump and all that. We need to pick where food is going to be. I think food industry we have kind of here, I think. And then cafes are close enough to not have to run. And I think we've got the right amount in the logistics hub just for now. And our cotton farms one has finished, so we'll get some approval from it. That's good. We're on 99% of our research. This is where it all changes. I'm going to overtime a couple of miners as well, just for the extra speed in the day. We actually need a bunch of stone, so I'm going to strip this back. I think we are going to have a bit of a mining pit this way, because I think we're going to uncover quite a bit of copper and coal from this end. But let's end day 40 as well. Maxed out once again, so we can keep the hard labour coming. Once again, we are going to overtime the planks. There's like a no-brainer for me. You have to permanently overtime them. And there it is. Research tier 1. Let's get straight into another one. So these now cost copper. It's be really sensible to get stone paths in for quicker movement straight away, though. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Conveyor belts are very expensive. It's actually cut stone planks and logs will need copper bars for the down drop slide. Will make my farms and my verticality in my farms a little bit easier, because we are probably going to go up here. Mining's going pretty well, so we don't want a lot of thingies to come in. There's copper ore there we should probably grab. I'm going to put 1 more there. These guys can carry on mining it, actually. This one's going to go relatively big. I think we're going to have to come this way. Yep, that's perfect for the mushroom farm. And supplies. So now the small one is in fact the planks and the clothing. So we'll take that for now. And our earthworks, they've actually finished. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the earthworks for a bit. Just so we can use that stone in the stone stuff. And our students are done. So firstly, we'll get one apprentice in. And we have no others. So we'll have to train. I think that's fair. But now we'll just have the one. It's our 4th stone cutter. Okay, let's see what we have. I don't like this. I'm going to re-roll. Oh, there's a craftsmaster. They're sickly, but I might take them. We need one. And we'll take can't smell, healthy, considerate, swift, and that greedy apprentice. Why not? Wow, 65. That is a lot of houses we need. What that does mean is, though, I can now get these guys in. So we'll get you. Although, no, they need retraining, don't they? You're good, but we're going to retrain the other one. We have a gifted teacher to do just that. We'll get that apprentice in. We're just going to hammer out the cut stone now, because we're going to be moving into the stone paths, remember? So that makes 4. We might need to chuck in some stuff. Tempted to start the mushrooms. Yep, we can start them. They'll be just fine eventually. We'll just let them do their thing. We might need to fallow it, actually. I just see the nutrients. Let's see. Although, no, we'll say remove rocks. It takes an absolute age to remove them. So we'll do that for the farm. We'll maybe just have one of them in there, maybe? No, let's get 2. We've got plenty of people. Then houses are going to have to continue on. So we'll get another bathing dock next to this one. I think we're way ahead of where we were on our first playthrough, aren't we? But we are officially into the fall again now. So we are going to need to man our fire tender soon. I'm just debating whether we get another fuel thing in to keep our farms running. I think we do. So we have that one there. I'm very tempted to get it on top of this one, but the lower down the better. Yeah, let's get one in that bit. Let's see where we're at after that, and we'll end the day. Quite decent plus. Into 42. I think that covers our... The main one is we're going to need wood, so let's also get one this way then. Because we need wood to carry on as much as possible. I could do with... There's the stairs there. Let's shrink this field. Let's see if we can get the bonfire in there. We can. That covers all our wood. Yeah, maybe we do that, actually. Put it in the middle of the fields. Get another one in there. Right, we've got our bonfires to cover all of this, so it'll keep going. This one, I think it's enough to keep us running anyway. We've got good amounts of food, haven't we? And fuel should be okay. I could get another one in to a charcoal furnace. I could also overtime it. Let's do that. I think all of these extra people, what do we want to do? We've got one of the mines going for the mushrooms. I honestly think another mining camp, guys. I think it's sensible. Let's do it. And maybe one more in the logistics. This is going to obviously need a lot of running around anyway. So let's get... Is there one? We've got Swift. There we go. Thistle. And I'm going to put a requested of 10 flax in this small warehouse here. So we can get our food done. And then I'm going to also get another one in. But we're going to do the small ones. So we're going to have a couple of small sheds. One for berries. One for flax and cotton. I know we have it. Maybe 2 for berries, actually. We've got flax and cotton ones already, haven't we? Which are over here. So we'll double up the berries. Let's turn these off. And the stone paths did finish. I just feel like sifting tower is crazy. 1 piece of coal makes 21 fuel. It is pretty crazy, isn't it? We could also get into fabrics quite early on for the better clothing. Yeah, let's grab sifting tower. It makes sense. And we got our next lot of miners in. Okay, we have 3rd apprentice to get more cut stone in. Let's do that. And we're going to go ahead and overtime cut stone now as well. Keep these stores good. And a fire tender. What are we on? We're 20 degrees. We're fine for a bit. Alright, we got them field priority on this one now. So they should actually come and clear these rocks and stuff. Then we'll get mushrooms actually in this one. That's fine. It does make a lot of sense to have the cooking stuff this end actually. I may even earthworks this bit. Should we slowly do that? I think we can. Yeah, we can have a nice big food bit here. This is actually a good use of resources too. We'll just have one in there working it though. Let's end day 42. We're in a really good spot here still. We've got our extra showers in, so that's good. Let's get one in this. So we actually have a miner. It doesn't really matter too much. Let's go for the warm core, so you're all good. And let's go deal with the tax collector. So we are going to be going through the winter. Let's do cotton first. That is a lot of coal, so let's just reduce it down a bit. It'll free up our stores. We may as well do logs. Might just... I think we're going to go for 2, actually. Let's get rid of some fish. Boom. Send the largest. Because if we can pull more research, we are loving life. Now, if it's a sifting tower, I'm not going to do it because we're 60% of the way. And supply ship will take the small one with the clothing. Clothing's always good. We've got 69 woven cloaks. Is there anything here we want to grab? I'm going to re-roll. I really, really want something good. Decorative fountain. I mean, it is something we will want eventually. Yeah, it's good. Decorative fountain and old rags. I can't complain at the old rags every time, to be honest. They help. And if we open the research tree, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's down here. So we need a water pipe connection, but we can do pipes underground, which is what we also need to do. Maybe my steam pipes planned for underneath need to be doubled up. So tomorrow is the smuggler and whisker ship, and then we don't have many whisker ships before the winter. But we got our last houses coming in to accommodate. I'm actually going to go ahead and get another one. But we will high priority that at least. 65. What's one cafe? 34. 68 we can do. So we also need to get a third cafe soon. Alrighty. Snuggled up in bed as day 43 finishes off. So we're almost 400 above still on approval. So as long as it's going up and keeping me maxed out, I am happy. Smoked fish, good though. A lot of people happy with this tier 2 housing, which is great. So 21 stone paths built. We will get that quest done. To be fair, got 99. I just want to deal with this smuggler ship first. The tailored cloaks we can use in here. I'm okay to use that though. You can have woven instead. There we go. Boom. Let's get rid of the pirates. Yeah, stone pass. I probably just go through the main section at the moment. I stupidly did this too far over, didn't I? I don't know why I did that, to be honest. Could have done those back. There's the sifting tower, though. Let's let the planks build up a second. Smuggler-wise, we can get 5 gold bars. I am going to keep the cut stone. There we go. We'll accept that trade. Get the extra 5 gold bars. And then supply ship. I mean, we need one. Just keep the little one going, I think. It's free food as well. And let's also get some thingies. Whisker ship as well. Oh my god, there is too much going on. A content apprentice. I cannot say no. Strong shoulders is good. Content and diligent. There we go. We'll take those 3. We already need more houses, but I think we're fine. We'll get those 2. And we'll get those 2. Might start putting a stone path in here. Just start slowly replacing some of this stone. Might be able to turn a research on for tomorrow. Let's do wheat cultivation just whilst it's cheap and we're trying to build the houses. Because it wouldn't be bad to get some bread going. And once again, we're going into day 45. I need just a couple more stone paths built for our quest. But we're in a great standing. I'm going to crack straight in. Let me see. Let's get rid of those for now. I don't think we've got a smuggler for a little bit. There we go. And we can complete the quest, which gives us some trinkets and planks. Just looking at our flax, it is getting a little bit lower. So I think... realistically, we could probably extend some of these fields. This fallow one looks ready to rumble as well, so we're going to get flax in there now. There we go, that should do it actually, and I might even be able to extend this one. Let's do it. Just a little bit. How's berries looking? I mean, they're okay. I might even be able to also do the same on these guys. Fertility isn't awful, so hoping they can reach. Yep, they reach that. Now wood, we are so high up on, I'm not going to touch that yet. What I am going to do though is get a sifting tower and water connection in. So water's going to be first. Water pump. I think we have one for industry out this way. I'd actually be in favour of it going there. It needs to be moved. I don't think they can. I'm going to get rid of the ore furnace for a moment. We are going to get a sifting tower because we're going to need a pipe connection. This one needs to get up though, actually. You know what, let's go out on the water. We've got to use some of the logs anyway. There we go. And then we'll just get stone pieces here. I didn't need to remove that one, but I actually want to do it this way. Do I want to do it that way? Yeah, it makes it easy for the pipes if I have it there. So we'll keep... I could probably push this fuel a little bit further out, couldn't I? So we'll get the copper the ore furnace probably out this way a bit more. Because we honestly don't need to worry. And as long as they're not passing by, let's go there. Makes a lot of sense. We have plenty of whiskers spare. Honestly crazy, isn't it? Is there any jobs we can stick them in? Maybe the earthworks then. We may as well get the old strong shoulders in there and start hammering out this, because we can get our soup factory and another water pumper out this way. This does, in fact, need to come a bit further. That's as far as we'll go, I think. This does, bear in mind, take us closer to this island too. Oh, the ore furnace was pretty damn quick. And let's crack on in. Day 46. I am ready. So ready for this winter. What I also need to check, in fact, is my underneath. There's wheat cultivation. That's great. I'm going to let the other planks go in. I'm going to have a little look just to see how far we've got. So I might use this one that's going to carry on this way to continue with this guy. We can actually make this mushroom farm pretty big. Be in favour of actually coming this way a bit more. So the only thing I don't want to do is connect it into this tube. It wouldn't hurt too much. We need an area where we're going to pop up from this one as well. I can actually get rid of a couple of houses here. There we go. We've almost cleared on these. And this tax collector, do I want to try and hit the top one again? Yes, I do. Take some of these off me. I have quite a bit. I'm going to hold on to the coal. Maybe. Yeah, let's keep hold of that. I notice my flax is really low. It's a large shipment, but we have a lot of clothing, so it's not too bad. We have that second field also going to be coming in now, so I'm not too concerned. But I feel like I probably should have another farm. This is really fertile land here, so I feel like we could go here. We're going to get a stone piece there so they can walk across, and then we're going to set up farm tool with flax on this. We'll have one field there, we'll have a big field there, and we'll also have one or two in this bit, because it's a resource we can sell, and until food is okay, we can flip that around too. Right, I'm going to take this healthy craftsmaster. I'm going to take strong shoulders and a compassionate apprentice. That is a lot of people for mice. We're on 71. Housing wise though, we are fine. I've been hammering them out. Oh, look at this. I have to take, do I take? No. Table salt's good, but I'm going to re-roll. We got chances for some good stuff here, so let's waste a few. Come on, man. Don't make me have to keep re-rolling. Wow, 7 re-rolls and we're back to table salt. Silly me. I'm going to have to take it because it's a research, but I'm thinking this tin ore wouldn't be a bad shout, but I also want these ration meals because that'll boost us, so let's just grab them. Yeah, it does mean table salt we can do, but we don't even have salts yet. But it's another one to tick off, right? That's cool. How are we doing then? Shall we pick our next research? I think so. And we are going to grab the soup kitchen. That final house is coming in. We've got our next two on this row. I think I'm going to go houses all the way along this. Yeah, let's do it. If you haven't already guessed how we're going to do this. Can I get rid of that one eventually? Oh, you can. Very nice. So we can remove that one should we need to. So when we get our medium storages and get rid of these central warehouses. Okay, we have our stuff in. So sifting tower is an apprentice and it's a mining apprentice. So we'll get you in. We have the table salt that we can obviously do, but we're going to go with coal and piped water. We're going to need one in this one. So we'll get strong shoulders seems like a waste in there actually. We'll get inquisitive in there. And then what we're going to do with the pipes is I'm going to have to go up and in. And we are good. We have our first water setup already going into our sifting tower, which is going to make our fuel go through the roof. We are on 71. We also need a third cafe now. Oh, so we're going to have to move these over. Let's go in there. And I think we'll get stone paths. I'm going to need more showers too. We'll see how many say they're dirty, but we'll have, sorry, baths. We'll have to unlock the showers ourselves. But day 47 as well. We're just maxing out approval like you wouldn't believe. We should probably look to see what we can unlock in all fairness, because there are some. Strip mining, not a fan of that one. Trash burning, also not a fan of that one. Piecework trinkets though, I will unlock, because when we can enact that and just make some if we get in a pinch. But honestly, that tax collector is insane. We're going to see how well our fuel just flies up now. We have our smuggler ships coming in, so we've got some stuff to give. I would be tempted. I do need some of this cut stone, but Yeah, we definitely don't need the ropes. So we'll get rid of those. Probably get rid of a little bit of fuel now. We're going to smelt up that coal. But there we go. There's the 5 gold bullions with that supply ship. See, is this the last one before winter? It is. So we need to... I would be tempted to take the big one. We don't need it. This is what I mean. I just need planks, really, just to keep us moving. So let's go with that. I could make something pretty cool here by just completely carving this out. So we've still got room, should we need to bring houses a little bit this way. So if I just leave this section just in case, I'd actually be very sensible to get some kind of movement this way too. Maybe a slide or two coming down. Nah, we'll leave them. I can just bring them across this way. Bring it to there. Maybe get some... Maybe a slide down from there isn't a bad idea. Yeah, let's do it. So they can come to work from the top, straight down that little slide. Alright, we've got 9 spare whiskers. Do we want to be sensible here? Can't smell an inquisitive is good. Also a inquisitive there. And swift. Okay, I can't help myself. Let's just keep getting them. So we've got plenty now. Let's go back in, just double check our factories here. I think for the most part, we want to get this farm up and running. And I don't want to use this, so let's train. Let's see who we got the most of. Swift's always good in a farm, isn't it? Let's get you and content and diligent. So we'll get guild speciality on these. We'll start hammering out the farms with those guys. And you'll see now food is dipping a little bit. So smokery does require that 1 apprentice. Shall we get another one in? But now we are getting the soup kitchen, but I am going to do it. We're going to mix these up. So we're going to be in the winter, so I don't think there's a smuggler left to come. So we're going to be saving up quite a bit. We'll get another smokery and another fishing dock. But for the fishing dock, I'm going to put it this way. Makes sense. And let's end into day 48. Look at that. Impressive, right? The only thing that's bothering him is hard labour mostly. And there's our storage with copper ore and copper bars now. Should help get that moving. Hello, tax ship. I think we can get a large one again. There we go. We're going to send the larger shipment and hope for some good research. What else is coming in today? Supply ship. Okay, this is our last one. So maybe we take the big one. 45 tea and some cloaks. There's so much more though. No, let's go with the normal one. And we are re-rolling. I do not want the claws visage. I've got one more. Medium warehouse. Yes. Yes. Look how many planks are there too. We're going to take the medium warehouse schematic and the planks and cut stone. That is a lot of planks to get us moving. So medium warehouse does officially mean we can move that centralized bit. So I want to get rid of both of these eventually. And all of these little bits of storage. This is going to be a main like housing hub. So we're going to go for pretty big population. So all of this, as I say, is going to be moving about. Now you do get your resources mostly back from what you spend. So how much is a stone cutter? 21 planks. You get half. Our fishery is up. We have that ready. Lovely. I'm going to get all of these guys in. And we're going to unpause, pause the school, sorry. And we're going to get the 2 in this one. One's swift, one's good. And then your main farm is that one, and that one. This farm priority tool is fantastic. I can also do the same up here. Do we start wheat? No, we get cotton there. Right, we're in full, so let's get the fire tender running as well. So we're going to need strong shoulders is good. We're going to have 2 in, I think. And maybe can't smell. I need to remember all this. Right, we're doing good. Extend this. Ah, the fertility is quite good at this end. It's because of how we've moved it, right? They've actually moved a lot of the rocks. So, how are we looking? Remove rocks 60%. If we get fertilizer, we'll stick it on. Crop fertility is 10% at the moment, so we might want to fallow it. Let's fallow it, and we'll get the rocks going. Not in a rush. We're okay. I think we could probably turn up more berries, though. So this fallow one's still no good. That one's not going to get any higher. Or it is. It's slowly going up, actually. How are you looking? You're going to stay fallow, aren't you? Could turn that one into cotton as well. But yeah, we need more berries very soon. I'm trying to keep them organized. I'm still doing really well off the 1 wood farm. I honestly feel like I could extend this to We can. I mean, let's realistically get the new field going along this way. There we go. We get one extra. We'll end the day, go into day 49. Happiness is super. Look at all this. Early to bed as well is so OP. So we're going to get an extra field on that one. So Fire Thunder should start fueling up everywhere now because we are officially in our second winter. And we have our third cafe. Before you know it, look, we had everyone in. So we'll get you in there. Let's untick the raw fish. Actually, let's not untick the raw fish. Let's keep that. And then in the smokery, we need a farmer. Don't have any. So let's take from tilling farmland, tilling rocky soil. I mean, let's unassign you a second. I just need you to train. We need a apprentice, don't we? I don't think we have any apprentice students, but we'll take Tarn, the considerate one. Then we'll get the one of the apprentices to come and train this one. Soup kitchen's going to finish up too, and that is a huge one. Also, we're just going to need some more berries. You got to remember, look how much food we're going to be taking, right? There's the soup kitchen though. 2 berries and a bit of fuel makes 5 berry soup. I'm going to place this over here, but for now we are going to probably flip the cotton. Although, maybe we should see, it's not the best fertility, is it? We could skip the flax on one of these in favor of berries. And for the winter, I think that is sensible. We need to have a look. Fuel. I'm going to need one more at that end. I think up here is good. Let's get a bonfire at the top. Just to cover all these. You know what have we got? I think we changed that one to berries as well. I think we be sensible. We try and get our food reserves back up nice and high. And we're going to feed into a central wood source very, very soon. So I think plank-wise on that, we're going to need it this way. So we're going to probably feed into this bit. We've got space to go in here. Need room at the back though, so let's go maybe there. Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to start replacing these with stone ones, just to make things a bit quicker. Maybe even these ones. That should do. So we should have some good stuff going all the way through. We're going to need a little steppy up to that one. And we're good. So we'll get a medium warehouse here. This is going to feed the wood back from these guys. So I can probably... maybe I don't... Yeah, this is going to be for the higher farm. So eventually we're going to want the wood to come up here, right? So we can feed that down into this one. Then we can swap this wood farm out for something else. So maybe another wood farm high up. So we can slowly get one in the smokery. So we'll go for healthy. We actually have a craftsmaster that we can train with. So we're going to want to get Tarn in there. And then we'll get the double in here. That should help food. So we've got plenty of fish. Let's overtime you, and overtime you. And we'll get all of the food running as much as we can. And I think we'll take Eureka Moments off and we'll get in Sawdust Seasoning just to get the food back up. So we need a couple of days of food minimum. And it may well have been a storage problem. But let's go into the 50th day now. And there's the snow once again. I think we're warm enough to keep all of these farms running quite considerably. Only one that won't be running is the good old mushroom farm. It's going to be too cold, and although that might be warmed, our mushroom farm is almost good to go. And then once they finish mining that, we'll get them to start doing our underground pipe works. All right, this supply ship. Let's first check our tax. 623, and we've got 6 grand, so we can reject and keep one, but it depends. Let's take the smallest one just for that little bit extra. Fairly certain though we're going to get loads from the overtimes. And we have 70-ish planks now because I forgot that we did finish these guys. So let's crack on with the stone stairs. So I can replace some of these ones with that. And we'll get a little bit of speed. How many houses do we have spare? We have 10 house spaces spare, so I don't even need to do this. Let's start getting rid of some of these. What's that? 5? 6 left. So we'll, even after killing these, we'll have 2 spaces left. Look at all this room. We officially have our new house, new food zone that we're going to be able to get in. So we're going to need one more water pump. Then we're going to have the soup kitchen. Then I need to figure out what I'm doing with storage. We may need one more bonfire to cover these houses, guys. And I could probably just put this up high. We go somewhere in the middle. We don't want to block everything. Let's go there. So they can build that, and it should warm up all the snow off these houses too. And look at that, they are good. So the underground bit is pretty much good to go. There's one more there we'll grab for the extension. And obviously we may as well grab those out. So we'll figure out where the pipes are going to come up. And day 50 ended. Sorry, in the middle of mining, trying to get this sorted. So we're just bringing up another entrance point. We've got to come pretty high in the mountain, but I think we're good. There we go. So that means when we're ready, we can have a steam heater just up there. And just like that, we are good. We can get our apprentice farmer now into that smokery. We've got 2 fisheries up. I think number-wise we're good. So we're living exclusively off those. We're going to have these farmers working pretty hard as well. So we're going to need another big store. I've just messed up. I didn't turn this off. I'm going to tell them to empty out the warehouse. Reject all. So hopefully they'll come and empty all that out. Then what we're going to do is get another medium warehouse for our food. It's like our copper is really full. We're going to... Wow, you guys... I have so much stuff. Not a bad thing, just insane. Oh, whether we get the second one in the ore furnace, then we have a craftsmaster. Seems a bit of a waste. I think we're going to need another large warehouse this way. We're already full with the copper ore there. You guys, man. Too efficient. Let's get another one in. And there we go. Look at that. Smoked fish coming in and those extra berries. Berry kitchen is going to be good. I just need this to finish off already. So we've got space for a couple more. I think whilst we're here, let's get 2 more houses in because we'll be ready then to accept the next lot of whiskers in. It's crazy how quick you can get through the amount of workers you have spare though. We've got 74 and we've got 102 spaces, have we? So we're fine on the cafes. Is that right? 30, 60, 90 plus 12, 102. Yeah, we're good. And day 51. Then we got this at least sussed, haven't we? The best thing is this time, obviously, we're going to go all the way to the best foods and make it good. I think we're missing a trick here as well, making sure we get in some good decorations. And the best place to put them, hanging gardens above our cafes. A couple of wind chimes as they walk past, a couple of small planters. They look really nice. Obviously, I'm just flatting them in at the moment, but all of it means extra happiness. There we go. We're lovely and warm. Fuel seems pretty good. And there's the stone stairs. Now, I'm seeing so much that we can get research now, which is great. I think we commit to the conveyor belts here. It's going to make things a lot quicker, isn't it? Yeah, let's go conveyor belts. It's a big research. Let's get it out of the way. And it will change the dynamic. So we can start to shuffle this around as much as possible then. So I think whilst we have the planks and cut stone coming through really nicely, we utilize the double here. So I have one going into each, right? So I'm going to get another storage just this way. We're going to turn these off so I can prep them properly. So both have disabled all inputs. What we can do then is have flax and cotton into one. Then we have some of the, like we got the weaver and the flax spinner here. We could have them collecting from this one. Then this one will have our berries and mushrooms feeding into it. It's just an idea, we'll see. And then we'll have our cook buildings this way. Then we're also ready to get our water pump just in. So we need to really decide where we're going to have this. And honestly, if we leave room for fishers, we're going to predominantly go there. I think that's a good spot. Let's end the day though. All still very happy. So the plan is working. I should be good. Will I be able to fit a fisher in there? Nope. So let's plan it so we can actually fit it. So if I go there, but we pause construction, then we have our water pump right next to it. That's good. Okay, our first winter supply ship is here. What are we on standing wise? I think we can reject, although we should double check tax. I don't need it at all, so I'm just going to refuse. I'm also going to get a nice big medium warehouse just here for a moment. We're going to turn that one off. That's going to be purely stone. I'll keep these little ones here for now until we decide to move them. We might get rid of that one. I did see this one called the management office. Unlocks production limits. That's why. Okay, I see the use for sure. So you can cap it, but I'm going to leave production limits for now. It's just a good way of stopping your stores filling up. But for me, right now, I don't think it's needed. I'm going to go for the third bathing dock, guys, also. And we're going to replace some of our stairs with stone. Where possible, like the long stairs. just to really speed up the travel time, really, till we get the trains. And day 53. Boom, completed. Still no issues here whatsoever. I've got that third shower going in, so that should pretty much get rid of this one. We're overtiming like crazy, and they're just complaining about a bit of food. But that's only because some of them are eating just some basics, really. It's not too much of an issue. It's the kind of crazy ones that are really demanding. I've turned this one on to allow the logs now, and it does mean I can probably start to get rid of some of these. I'm just looking. That's our normal storage shed. Log ones are pretty full, aren't they? Yeah. So I'll keep them for now. We'll empty them out eventually. You know what? Let's empty it out. Let's reject all. Let's get rid of that. Start breaking those down. Did hear a supply ship. I can reject one again. I'm going to take the smallest one, though. We'll take a whole load of planks just because we are going to stay on these plank row houses for a little bit. So we'll just fill them up a little bit more. We will priority these two first, though, to get them done. Tax is fine. Now, just thinking, it would make sense to have a small storage here, and we'll say just fish, right? Smoked fish are here. I know they don't have to travel far anyway, but they are actually walking to this one. It's a little bit far. So let's get them into this one so they can smoke directly from that. We could say maybe keep 5 fuel in there as well. I think every little bit of efficiency makes the world of difference, right? You don't want the travel time, so having a little look whilst we're chilling, you know, just enjoying them. Enjoying our settlement. It's pretty big. It really is. Play it very differently than before. Always good though, right? Day's almost finished. We're almost out of winter as well, which has been, it's been a pretty easy winter. Been pretty chill. Just keeping through, really. Fuel, I've been keeping a close eye on, but reserve-wise, we are really far ahead. And we've managed to replace most stone paths through the main section. I'm going to keep smashing through this, obviously. And we're slowly stripping back our resource stores here, but these are all full. So I've got this basically to request everything, right? That's the plan. And then when we can get them to move them out and break down maybe 1 or 2 more. But we do need a lot of logs. When we get onto these conveyor belts over water and the railways, we're going to need so many of them anyway. But day 55, boom. Still 350 above, so that's good. 348. And we've got ends tonight, winter. Got a heavy snowstorm though, which isn't great. Heavy speed penalty on unheated grounds. And conveyor belts are at 80%. I'm going to overtime our 2 fishy works. We now have our stone storage we can dump this way. I might also allow coal in there. Coal and stone can go into that one. And then I can say no to coal in there. So we'll have just the copper ore maybe. And then what we'll do is move out of these cut stones into this section so they're right by the stone. Maybe behind, actually. And there's our conveyor belts. Wonderful. So with that in, we can move into something pretty good. I could probably start replacing with stone row houses. We are going to need that reputational boost eventually. But I'm going to hold off a little bit longer and probably go down the food route because I think we can get bakery done. Bread's a nice easy one as well. We're going to get our soup kitchen placed. So we want where the pipe is going to go. So the pump and then pipe will be back there. So we have a pipe network going through. We have a double up, right? This works right here. Now what we'll do is get stone path there so we know it's laid out. And then piping wise, we'll have it coming in, right? Yeah, so water pipe's going to be up here. It'll come into there. We'll wait for both of them to be constructed anyway. We could probably unpause the construction in a moment. We've got 3 builders now. We were waiting. I actually wanted this one. So this is going to be fish. And we're going to say allow 45 fish as a priority. And 10 fuel. So hopefully our logistics guys will go and grab that. There you go. 10 and 45. They'll get it smashed into this storage shed. It'll make these 2 really fast. All they'll have to do is go and dump the fish off in this store here. And then we'll turn off maybe... Stone needs to come out there, doesn't it? We need to get rid of flax, wheat, cotton, peppers, tea leaves in there. Maybe get rid of mushrooms in that. And then everything else can stay. Coal... Coal's fine. Is coal fine? No, let's turn coal off in there as well. There is no need for it because we've got it in the other one. And let's go in to day 57. A really big high still here. So we're really good. And there's the spring. I may be able to free up a fire tender member as well. I'll leave them for now. Okay, conveyors. 1 input hopper built will give us 40 approval. Tax collector's about to come, so I'll just wait. And I think our mining camp is done. So let's get this guy. They've gone as far as they can. We might need to put them underground. And the reason we're going to put them underground is so they can go ahead. Is that fine? Yeah, we can start mining these out. So it's going to be really awkward. We're going to have to keep moving it around to get our pipework stuff in. And this time I can give over a little bit of fish. Look at all that cotton. Take it. And some logs, please. I'd be in favour of probably giving over a bit of this coal because there is too much. There we go. We're going to send the largest shipment. Absolutely smashing these. And the mill's on 66%. That's going up nice and quick. And once again, I should be able to start taking supplies now. So we'll go with the smallest. And we've got a whisker ship today. Is there anyone we want to take? Maybe. 42 iron bars. That's going to speed up later, but I really want to try and get a research here, guys. But one more reroll. Claw Visage is terrible. It's 42 iron bars again, though. So I'm going to take that. And we'll take... Ooh, that's a lot of machine. Let's go for those as well. Let's just go pure bars here. And we'll get the iron bars pinned to our board. We've got 82 already, so we'll be able to get the railways up as soon as we get them in. And let's have a look. We're going to need... Compassionate's good. I'll probably take Compassionate, Warm Core, and Thoughtful. That is quite a lot. And we still have the houses in place for them, so we're good. And there's the mill. See, I think we're moving at pace now. We'll grab the bakery. I think our mining camp is ready to be moved again. So they've gone all the way out. I think where we can get them. Let's see if we can reach from here. So they should go and do most of those from there. Yeah, that should be good. This is very much going to be stripped out from here soon, guys. I'm going to get rid of this one. We've got enough stone store here to start breaking these down. And let's start overtiming the planks again. We may as well overtime the stone. Oh, I think they have to physically be underground to reach them. Okay, so we could make this too wide then. Right, I've got them all too wide, so we're going to push them through. They have to be under the mine shaft, right? If I... Yeah, that works. Replace them there. We'll just get them... I'll slowly move them across. So, let's get this water pump resumed. Let's also get a mill, which is just wheat straight into flour. So this one, wheat into flour. We're going to need a wheat store. This makes sense to just go there. Then when we get the bakery, we'll have the bakery this way. One thing I didn't actually get yet, fishing nets. Let's get a netter in, because we're not going to need many of them. This thing, I kind of want out of the way, though. That's next to our ropes anyway, so why not? Have the netter there. We'll just make maybe, I don't know, 50 nets and then just turn it off so we haven't got to worry about it. Alrighty, time to go into day 58. We're 443 positive above negative, which is huge. And we're officially second air spring. There's still a bit of snow, but I think the fires should go out one more day, so we are good. We're back to square fantastic. That's all we're calling it. I'm hoping we can get some whiskers in. I think it's in 2 days. Yep. So we're planning all of this out to basically change food. I think we're going to have the extra berries coming in real soon, actually. There is so much ready. So crop fertility is all good. Just thinking where we'd put wheat. I think if we put the wheat farm up top, it makes a lot of sense. So we are going to need yet another one. I'm going to need to carve this out to actually make it usable in this area. But I think if we just stick it on the edge, this would be a prime candidate for, what's it called? Springboard things. Steam shooters. Alright, supply ship. We'll carry on fixing that. Let's just go for the smallest one. So I'm just thinking how I can get these in. So if we get a farm right there, they're mainly going to be in this area. So as long as they can get up to this one, which I think an elevator makes a lot of sense once we have it. So I can bring this there. No, let's get rid of that. We're actually going to do stairway. I think I can bring this down and we'll have a specific curved stair just going into that one. So that's straight up to this farm. Then we'll need... So I'm not going to be placing on this bottom bit anyway. We're going to need one there, one in the corner there, so we can use all this area. And then if we get this one up to... Oh, how do we want to do this? I think we can actually strip these out. Yeah, we're going to strip those out. We're going to use this as more of a thingy. So farm, good there. Bakery's done. We actually don't need that stairway either. So we want them to be able to get to this patch up here and this patch up here. I think that's the main ones. That should be okay for wheat. So that bakery done though, that is huge. So let's crack into our next research again. So absolutely flying. That is 2 huge thingies. Let's get elevators next because I've got a bit of a plan for these guys. This woodcutter also needs moving now. So I think we're going to now play off of this area a bit more with these guys. So let's just stuff them there. And we are going to go onto wheat. And yeah, up here is good. That's exactly what I was thinking. So that's a 51 right there. And you know what? The wheat doesn't need that much. So we'll have this prioritizing these 2. And then we'll have them sending that wheat down anyway. So then the bakery. Bakery requires fuel, berries, and... no, just fuel and flour, actually. We'll keep water ones that side. I would be tempted to have it here. And then what we'll do just in the middle is a stone path there so they can get to the storage. So we'll decide on the flour. So this one was going to be, I think we said berries, and we'll say berry soup in there for now. And then we'll get that one moved. And I think we'll put desired berries in there. If I remember correctly, once this soup kitchen is done, I will see what's required of them. So the soup is fuel and thingy. So actually, you know what? To make this even better, this is going to be no to those. This is actually going to be bread, wheat, and a tiny bit of fuel. And the fuel itself is going to be a desired of 10. Then we're going to put the berries and berry soup in this one, which is going to be pretty big. We're going to feed these down, so we're going to need a feeder point from each. I am going to put one right here, though. And that's our quest complete. We can take the approval. And this guy, I can play this nice and slow. It's going to be a flat out until we're ready to bring it all the way. So that might affect our thingy a little bit. But we should be able to feed this. Hold on. Berries are going to be the only one in this one, aren't they? Onto there, then we need one down slide into that one. So that should be berries. So we'll go whitelist allowed resources, berries. Should we allow anything else into there? That is the one, isn't it? Berries only. And then I also need to do the same for wood. So if because we've got this wood farm down this way, we're going to need to feed that into this middle section, which is going to be costly, but it's going to be worth it. So we'll get it right next to this farm. We'll go straight up a few times. It's going to cost us some planks. Can we go from there over though? No, we need to go up one more. And this is why I wanted to gather some goodies, because this is going to come into this baby right here. We don't have enough planks, so we'll just start it so we know. This is going to be input resources only. We're going to say logs, and we're going to empty out so that one can go. And I think we get those. Reject all, empty those out. There's a lot of fiddling we're going to have to do. Get rid of that. We've got a couple of log camps there as well. We'll have them as an overflow, but we want this one to be the main. So we're going to push them straight into that one. And let's crack on into day 59. This is incredibly higher. So we're going to have even less on the old stuff again. So we're way ahead. Still 5 degrees though, which is a bit annoying. But I'm going to slowly try and get these storage belts in. I'm going to use these up. So we can get across to there. It's important that we get these in, and this isn't to stay necessarily as well. 8 claws visages, we can accept that quest. We will place them and get rid of them because they are bad. Claws visage is only a cheap one, so I probably should have just unlocked it, shouldn't I? You know what? After doing all this, we are getting low on planks. It's time. How's food looking? Berries are coming in nicely. I'm just going to stop a second and see what we can do. So we're burning up fuel like crazy, aren't we? I think now we're out of the winter, we're not going to be going through too much. So I might just pause the charcoal furnace for now. Let's do that. But day 59, huge looking, spicy as always. So before we run out, let's just finish this. You've got to get these perfect as well. Otherwise they just don't work. I don't think that was right. There we go. So we officially have logs going in. This will speed up anyway because our choppers now will not have to go anywhere. Hello, smuggler. I have just the thing for you. Loads of ropes. Loads of cut stone. And then I'll keep a little bit of the extra. Maybe take a little bit of fuel. I want to get the max. You know what? Just take a bit more. There we go. 11 gold bullions. Look at the tax thing, man. Got our whisker ship coming in as well, haven't we? So we've got to factor this in for our food tax collector. And there we are. Send a larger shipment, hoping for some research. I think our school got finished, so we're going to change you into guild speciality now. And we're going to get crafts master changed for the berry kitchen, isn't it? Soup kitchen, yeah. Let's get you crafts master trained, and we'll get one more in. Let's go for... Can't smell because there's fuel that's used in there. We'll get those teaching. And then the water, we'll just get one in there. It doesn't really matter. Let's get ember. And let's grab in some more whiskers if we can. Another craftsmaster there, but they are greedy. Got thoughtful and swift though. I'm not going to take the craftsmaster because it's a bit much. Remember, I'll take what I can in this one as well because we're going to need to start getting tin. There's the claws visage though. We may as well grab it. And let's grab the iron bars. We've got 95 now. And I can finish this for a really cheap tax. For these guys, you don't want them looking at it. There we go. We can finish the research, so tax will be cheaper. And then you can just break them down. We'll have our cut stone back. And I think I'll overtime them again. Supply, we will go with the little one. I think logs will be fine. We're looking for where we'd put... So we've got wheat this end. I'm loving having to build vertically, if I'm honest. It's quite exciting. But I also want to get another wood farm, get a bit higher. I know we've got loads. To be honest, actually, let's just grab more woodcutters. Let's just take most of this down, because there is a lot here. We may as well build it down this way, though. And then we'll move it. And let's end day 60. Look at that difference, guys. Come on. Hello, Mr. Pirate. I've been collecting machinery parts for you. Not going to give them all, though. I could give gold bullions, but I'm going to save them. There we go. We can send the exact amount. Get rid of those. It's going to be so cool when you can build ships to roam around, right? And there's elevators. Wow, that is what we want. So, here's what we're thinking then. We're going to need to get the bronze smelting and the heating stove. I would be tempted just to skip straight past heating stove because I don't actually need it. Let's grab showers so we can get happiness even better. But I know we don't need it at the moment, but I still think it's sensible, right? And another whisker ship is here for us to do something. Diligent and strong shoulders and a warm core. Let's take just those two. We'll refuse the rest. And look at all these buildings we now have in. So we're going to need an apprentice in this netter. I need to train another one. So now that we've got you, let's go craftsmanship. The netter requires explorers guilds. So let's put you in. We'll let you train. And then I can start this, I think. I don't want to put the craftsmaster in. I need to put the other one in. So you can wait. Let's get the mills stocked then. Hold on, hold on. No, I need more training on the farmers. So firstly, we want to get our wheat going because there's no point doing the other one until we've got that. We're going to have the field priorities as these two. And I would be tempted to fallow any field that I can. The nutrients are pretty good. Yeah, we may as well. It makes sense just to get them fallow. I think they are good for certain things. So we could just change them about. They're just never going to be good for wheat. And we've got this wood chopper. So let's just start up this way. Let them start cutting wood from there. It's a long old trek, but you know what? Up there is not a bad idea. We could genuinely set up the farm afterwards if we do it this way. And the farms, we've got enough planks to keep this moving. The drop down slides are pretty epic, so might see if that'll work. If that drops into this one, that is perfect. So let's try this as well as just wood and see if this works. Only one way to know, right? We'll get diligent, strong shoulders and warm core. We'll try and get this woodcutter in, see if that works. See how quick the wood drops when you have to start building all these frames. It's crazy, man. But day 61 comes to a close as well. Absolutely flying through. Feels great to have this much automation already. So I think realistically as well, if we get a little walkway, got a slide coming here. I'm thinking we need an elevator here. Now, you might think this is a bit weird, but I feel like this is the right way to do it. I'm just going to bring the path from here now. Oh my god, 100 logs. Okay, that might be a bit much. I'm thinking elevator off this one, but we're going to need lots of resources. And then we just get them to literally come out of the house, go up the elevator, walk this way until we can shoot them up. Don't know, maybe we just need them walking for now. maybe I don't need to go that high. I could probably connect these up with some quicker stairs. There's the showers though, that's huge. And our students are done. So let's go guild speciality. Let's train a couple more. So let's grab maybe 2 more to farmers. And then we'll allow these guys to do their thing. But I think I can now get my... No, I can't. What was I doing? That was it. The netter is going to be our apprentice can't smell here. So we're going to pin the fishing nets hopefully when we can do that. We're going to check in. And miners are going all the way around. So let's get this moved. Well done, guys. Doing a great job. They're almost connected up now. And how's this? So we're going to have to just wait on this one, I think. Have they cleared 33% left on the stones? They've almost done their job there too. And for our research, should we just... Let's get fabrics and then into tailor. I think I will start that production chain before we go into the next tier. I don't know, but let's go into 63 as well. Still super high. I think we've got these guys mastered at the moment. I might need another cafe though. We're still okay, aren't we? Let me take a look. If I put trees... To be honest, I reckon I can make do with these guys as well. Because they're right by the feeder then. If we get one this way, that's pretty sensible. And we're going to have those guys feeding trees back into this hopper. Our school is good, so let's start now. The berries. There's our 3 that need to go in there. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get this one moving and how well we can get this one moving. So I'm going to overtime that. It looks like we're honestly going to have some wheat soon. So let me just figure this out. If I get wheat, did I set to... That's berries. Berry soup. I need to... put wheat on this one. I might... Should I do both? And then flour in this one? Yeah, let's do that. So we'll have this as an overflow if they need it for the cooked meals. And then this guy, yeah, let's do that. And then we'll take the berry soup off there. And we'll have wheat come into this one. So all we need is a hopper from these guys that feeds down into this. I think a double slide from this point is all we need. That should work, and then we'll allow the... I mean, if there's berries closer to that one, you can put them in there too. So this is berries and wheat. And you can even put cotton into these as well, but that should then automate. And this one will start to get full. But nice to see some berry soups coming in quite considerably, actually. And day 63 into 64. Look at that, though. We're still so good. I've kept the pollution really low down. There's 39, but that's fine. There's all just a little bit. Let's start the new day though, and I'm just thinking where we put the next houses. We are going to get that stone houses soon, but we're still good, I think, to place them in line with these top ones. Because we can't fit them on the bottom ones, but that should be all we need. So let's just get them in. It's going to cost us some logs though. We'll get 2 more. And smuggler ship. Oh, I don't have that much for you. What have I done here? I haven't done very well. Looks like we can give 4. We can get 4. That's actually not bad. We've still got 11 anyway. I have been spending my cut stone. And the tax collector, I do want to pay this again. This time we are going to get rid of maybe that many fish. We've got some good cotton to give. I don't know if I want to give all the gold bullions, but I'm okay to give over a little bit of this because we have so much of them. That'll do. Actually, let's do fish. We'll send the largest shipment. And the weaver is done. Nice. So, weaver being done, we can grab tailor. So next tier, if you didn't know, requires the bronze bars, which in turn is also the, what's it called? Tin. And if we open tin, we have 0 on our islands. So literally this one and the small one over there. So we need to find a way over to that one, really. Oh, there's a bit here, actually. We might be able to build across to that instead. But we can grab tin ore through this as well. So that might be what we do. Oh, stone row house. Are you kidding me? That's huge. I gotta take it, guys. And I'm gonna have to start taking the tin ore at some point. So let's grab it. Because I can't start smelting the bronze bars at all. But that stone row house is mega. I'm gonna start milling up some flour. Alright, day 64. Oh my word, look at that. How did I just hit them so high? It's the berry soup, isn't it? Culinary delight. 19 of them got +4. That's huge. Oh man, I need to start using them up. What we got at the moment? Eureka moments and sawdust seasoning. I still want the sawdust seasoning, to be honest. I just want to build quite a big surplus on food. I think I might be able to go ahead and turn off again the raw though and try and push them in to have the better stuff. Oh, I forgot about my supply ship. There we go. Grab the smallest one again. Let's get these on overtime. And a whisker ship. Oh, patient farmer, I'm going to take you. Gifted teacher, I'm also going to take you because I can use you to train. That's all we need. So we're going to train a couple more farmers now. So let's get strong shoulders and can't smell an inquisitive in. And I should have everything we need. I will obviously need the apprentice to train them at some point, but for now that'll do. And we've got our next tree farm as well. So we'll field priority all of these. And we'll probably get one working that at the moment that we've just got in. Look at that, man. Nearly 100 berry soups. And same for smoked fish. We're soon to have wheat. We have 25 on that field. These guys are fallow. Although cotton. It might not be a bad idea to get cotton on those. Right, that didn't work. Look, the slide doesn't drop off, so I need to change this. Best bet's going to be to come all the way down with this before we go to the next bit. Let's see if that works. I think I just wasted quite a few logs, but we have enough anyway. Let's see. Down they go. The slides are much quicker too, to be fair. So this should send them into our log store. Come on. Yes, we got it right. Good. Oh, our students are done. I got an apprentice ready. I don't, so I have to take one out. I could, in all fairness, just unassign that. Oh, not the apprentice. I want to keep you. I can unassign the craftsmaster to go teach the apprentice. Let's get you in. You know what? I might get one more. We'll double up. We'll get these ready because we are going to need them. All right. So stone row houses are good. Let's see where the tailor is. I think not carpenter, a weaver to fabrics, threads. We need to make threads. So threads are done in the flax spinner. We have enough flax to do this and we have space. So let's get the flax spinner in there. Oh, that's another one of the high ones, isn't it? So this one's going to do threads and we did this one like, yeah, let's just move it back one. But on the date and we'll set that one up. I'm actually 600 above. So good. So we'll change this one to threads. I might need 2 threads to 1 weaver though. I remember from last time, depending on how good my efficiency of moving stuff around. So far though, we're going to be able to do most things on this one island. So really good. Let's see who we have. That's really bad. So we'll go for another one. There's an optimist, inquisitive. I'm going to re-roll again. Not very good. Okay, we'll take thoughtful and optimist. And then probably... I mean, I can deal with sickly as well. Let's just go with that. Sickly's really not that bad. We're going to slow down on stone now. I'm going to be picky with the actual mining bits. The bread isn't far away. We're going to need an apprentice in this flax spinner. That's going to be for threads. This farm can't do anything because we don't have room. So we probably want flax. I think I might... Yeah, we're not making enough. Let's get flax, cotton, peppers, tea leaves on this one. We'll keep that one separate. And I'm going to hopper this one in. So these guys down here can put into this. Let's allow it. Because these guys can't work until they can stick stuff in. And it was actually a storage issue. Yeah, it's because our small warehouse has actually got full with fish. Let's get flour added to the board now. So we're ready for these, aren't we? There's the tailor as well. So that production chain is done. So we'll start bronze smelting so it's ready. What we're now going to do is that one student completed. We're going to start bread. And day 66 is done. I'm almost into 1,000 on positive thoughts now. I'm very impressed. You know, all this time I'd sent them round. I blocked them with the farm, so I had to put in a stone path over the water here. I really messed that up. So we're all good now. Bit of gold there we don't want to cover over. Right, we're just going to train a couple farmers now. So bread I can leave ticking. What do we need in there? Flax spinners, that one. Wheat farmer, we're going to get one more in. But we just need to get them trained. Then our craftsmaster can go back into the soup kitchen. And then we need another craftsmaster for the bakery. But I could also get a normal one in there. But I'm not going to touch that apprentice. And this time, once again, we don't have enough for them. But I'm going to ramp up the cut stone soon. So I'm going to get maybe a third one in. I think for now we do want to try and grab a little bit though. To be fair, that's not bad. We've got 4.5. We might give up some smoked fish here because we've got loads of berries. There we go. We'll take 5 off them. I mean, tax isn't a problem anyway, but we need to work on that. And tax collector. I'm going to go for the big one straight away. I think we can do it with the gold bullions and some cotton. There we go. 111 fish. Okay, let's get our flax spinner going, making threads. And we'll try and take in some more. I'm going to re-roll a couple of times. I'm looking for some... It's not good. Oh, that is good, though. We'll take nibbles. I'll probably take these apprentices. Considerate and diligent. That'll do. That's 4 that we're good. Oh, my God. There's 2 researchers in there. The 77 planks and the iron bar, copper bar. That is huge. Does, in fact, mean we need more houses, though. I'm going to start with a stone or 2. We're going to get 2 stone abodes in there as well. The stone row houses, they're going to enjoy those. They are 3-star. The best house you can get. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move the earthworks this way. So where was the tin again? I'm going to keep forgetting it. It's over here. So I'm actually going to start doing this because I don't want to waste the resources of this. But we've got so much stone. Why not, right? All right, we'll come a little bit out and the rest is going to be a singular strip line to get to that one. I'm just going to let them slowly do it because there's no issues. Let's end the day, though. Go into day 68. Look at that. We're over 1,000 on positive thoughts. Insane. But yeah, it's going to be quicker to put stone paths on this eventually to get to the tin than it will be bridges. I could bridge to this one, then bridge to this one, but it's just a long way round, you know? So we have 7 bread in now. The idea is a good one. Things are moving. I've got to obviously tidy all this up and decide how we're going to do it, but I am going to obviously continue on. Got plenty of trees to not worry about much happening. I'd be very tempted to get this one moved. Actually, we'll leave them. We got one up there. Wood isn't a problem. And let's overtime these guys. I am tempted to also get a 3rd one in. Verticality would mean we could get a lift up there. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a 3rd stone cutter, but we are going to put in a lift. And there we go. They can go and build that using the elevator. I should start using the elevators in the middle of the town a little bit more. And supply, I would be in favor of giving them something nice. So we're going to take the 2nd one because we're going to get some tailored cloaks and tea out of it. But it does mean I should be spending. Now, I've got enough trees to not worry about the stump collection again. I could put it on here. Could abolish sawdust seasoning, but it is so powerful that I don't want to. Honestly, I don't think we need it. Now, one of the other things we could do is move to showers, but that would cost us cut stone again. Cut stone is going to be very expensive no matter what, so we just need these guys hammering it out. Right, I'm just going to turn threads on to see how they're looking. I want a bit of a surplus in these before I move into the weaver's stuff. I don't need their clothing yet, so I can just build some up for now. Because we're making do with the woven cloaks. Look at that. Oh my god, it's nearly 1,200. Holy, we could just abuse these guys. I can overtime everything, get them moving. Wow, look at that medium warehouse for the ores and stone as well. I'm going to have to keep these because that one's filling up like crazy. I could put a limit on the stone, but then it just means all of these would stop. And honestly, it just means I can keep this pumping. What I should really do is just get another one, which is fine. I think we'll just do that. And then we'll disable all inputs. We'll just stick that as stone as ores as well, because this is the industrial bit off out the way. But our first 2 stone block houses are completely in, so we have all of those 3 beds now. Day 69 completed. Look how much better our positive to negative is. So we're... I mean, I think I got it sussed. So our forager's hut has gone absolutely ham on this area. I'm actually going to move them over now. Although, just need to get rid of that, and I think it can reach those berry bushes. Yeah. Alright, let's give over some fish. Look how much coal we have. And cotton coming in nicely now. We have 17 tin ore that I need to keep. I'll give the gold bullions. We'll give over a little bit more fish. Maybe some cotton. I'm going for the double here. Keeping the copper ores because in my last playthrough I did run out. But let's send that large shipment. We could give over... Yeah, 25 is good. We're still at 140-ish. Need to free up the resources anyway. And another whisker ship does grace us here. I'd be tempted. There's a couple of good ones here, but I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to aim for another re-roll. Craftsmaster. Perfect. I know it's my pace, but it saves me having to train one. And then we'll grab a swift. Apprentice gifted teacher could be so good for making the apprentices. But I'm going to take... Yeah, you know what? Let's take them. And there's our bronze bars now. So 1 tin ore plus 1 copper ore makes 5 bronze bars. We have 17, so 17 times 5. We've almost got enough for our research. Is there tin? There is tin ore there. That would mean we could get into tier 3 without even having to mine tin ore. I'm going to reroll once because if we can find... Ah, that sucks. I was going to say if we can find tin on that reroll, that would have been amazing. So I wanted something better. But this is pretty good. We can take the medicine soap. That's something we can give to the smuggler. That'll be more than enough for the train. So let's actually take the machinery parts. 129 of the bad boys means we haven't got to worry. And we got one house to sort. I've just seen that our stone bad boys now are completely low. So let's go for plank block houses. I think our happiness factor is absolutely fine. Just have that street in there. We need to also select our research. Coppersmith doesn't really matter. Might just quickly grab these guys because we do need to do it. I'm not making bronze yet. We need 144 total, so we do need a bit more tin. But yeah, we'll get rid of these so they don't pop up as our research options, because I don't want to waste my choice on those. And let's end day 70. You know what? Playing this run, I've already got in my head some things I could even do yet again even better, and how I would want to lay things out. This isn't obviously the final layout as well. This is nowhere near it, right? I do still want to get this path up this way though and start stripping this out. I'm just wondering how I go about that. I could do it with the wood to start. I'm thinking maybe off this level. It's a lot of logs though. Yeah, then we get rid of that one. Then we put the elevator entrance there. I'm just doing this to get... Where did my elevator entrance go? Oh, I got no planks. There's me. Oh, dock ship about to abort. Supply ship. Let's just take the small one. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. And there's the pirate blockade. Look at all these machinery parts I have for you. Just take them. You're not having anything else. We're stocking a good amount of fuel for the winter here as well. So I probably need a surplus of about 300 if I continue to overtime. I think my smuggler ship's about to come in. We've been really slow on cut stone. We only have 10 rope as well, but let's see what we can give them. Don't know why. I've got this obsession with having this way over the... what's it called? Right, looks like these woodcutters now have completely obliterated this section. So all we need is a few more stairs. It would probably serve us well to get some actual slides and stuff for these guys. But actually, it's only walking to work where it is a problem. This guy's got to walk really far, though. Alrighty, closing off day 71. I mean, we're still moving in a good direction, I think. I mean, we definitely don't need to worry about approval. I'll say it every day. Just look at it. I do think, though, getting onto early plank houses is the play, because I think just by having this... Oh, we've got someone saying they're hungry there. I think they had to travel a bit far, but hopefully they'll go and eat now. Let's get this stone going for the next one, because we're going to need these anyway. I think 3 should be alright. It's how much we used before. There's the stone abode. Let's probably tick off the stone block house as well, just to get rid of them. And we'll overpay on this tax, hopefully, and it'll be done. We're coming into the next autumn again. So that's stone and coal. Let's put stone and coal on this one again. I'd be in favour of allowing tin on one of these as well, to be fair. We're going to need them over here when we make the bronze bars, so let's do that as well. And whilst we've got some planks in, let's finish off what we were doing on the elevator before I forget. And boom. Right, let's see if they use this now. So theoretically, I don't need any of these stairs because they're actually using this little mine shaft thing to go up. Let's see. Elevator should be the play. I think our miners down low have done their deed, so it should be able to move them this way. They're doing so well with it. And these guys are filling in really well from what I can see. Already starting to go across. They are using the elevator. Look, this is good. Exactly what we need. But yeah, much quicker. I think I can strip this bit out. I don't see any need to not. We'll see if someone gets stuck. But I don't like the untidy looks. I'm definitely doing that. And that is cause for potential farm if we need to. The ground could be fertilized there. And day 72 closes off. Right, the positive thoughts are a little bit lower. But I mean, can I complain? It's still 500 more, so not bad. What have we got coming? Because this is autumn once again. So supply ship, whisker ship tomorrow. Smuggler ship's 3 away. We're looking a little bit better. I think ropes could be a bit quicker. Is it because of the distance? Flax should be in here. It is. So I could... Yeah, weaver's right here. Ah, I think I found the culprit. Let's get that there. No fears for this tax ship, I'll tell you that. Job done. Large shipment. We're finishing, hopefully, 89%. Can we finish this out to not have this as a research pop-up? That would be great. That would be really, really great. I'm going to take the small one again. We're coming into... We've got to be wary of the about, what is it, 8 days until the winter. And there it is, guys. Look at that. We have to take those two. We just do. That is so fast. Although I did say I needed tin. But can I really... you know what? I'll take jam pastries. No, because I want to re-roll. You know what? Let's just take both. That is a huge amount of stuff. And there's the recipe for soup, the mushroom stew. We're not actually growing the mushrooms yet, but they're really, really powerful. So 3-star food. Same goes jam pastries, even easier. So 1 berry plus 3 flour is jam pastry, which we can make now. And the stone blockhouse finished. What am I doing here? That is some big boys, by the way. That mushroom stew was a tier 1. This is a tier 2, the jam pastries. So that one's really, really strong. In order to get the fire tongs, though, we do need to get the coppersmith one done. So I'm going to get the scissors, I think it is. Then we're going to get the fire tongs to output better smelting. So fire tongs will make the ores smelt a bit quicker, which we'll need for the bronze. And sifting tower is actually ropes. I could get that in. Rather than selling the ropes, we could use them. Alright, debating what we want to get done. Is now the time to train? It might well be. So we're going to need people in the bakery. We have a craftsmaster that I think I want to train to the farmer. So we're going to do you for now. And we're going to put you in the bakery. And then the other one, we should be able to get someone in. So let's just start making some more because we have a lot of flour. So let's just pump up the bread. Look at this as well. Makes a lot of sense. I may even get one of these guys in, a decorative fountain, because we can pipe this in. We could potentially have one in between our food bits. They will like that. And I haven't tried it out, so let's just do it. But it's pretty cheap to do, right? And there it is. Little water fountain as they come through. This is exactly why I want to pipe the water underneath. Do we get some water tanks just in case for later on? Maybe. But one water pump. I could probably put these out there, but we don't have the planks for them. Be interesting to see how much this gives in a benefit. And now, do we go up one more with the houses? How many spare houses do we have? We've got 3 spaces. We've got 1 coming in. I'm going to go for 1 stone row house. And I am going to start going up. So, we can go backwards to build the path above these guys. Is that right, or do we keep it on the same row? I think that's right. We go back 1. Then we figure out where we're going to do this. So we're going to go elevator in this bit that goes up to these houses, I think. There's only one way up, though. You know what? Let's end the day. I think I'm going to readjust. Approval's great, though. 600 more nail. Alright, another whisker ship then. So I am okay to take a couple. I think I'm going to re-roll once to see what we can get. Look at that. Apprentice, optimist, and healthy. I can't not take them. Pessimist isn't great. Monarchist, I'll take 1 more. Those 2 will do. We've got housing space for them. We're on 97 now. You know what I might do? I might move those over. Should we do that? Let's get 3 sawmills. Sorry, 2 sawmills, but let's move them next to the logs. So how are we going to do this? Just realised we still have stone shelters. Oh my god. What am I doing? Get rid of those. Sorry about the homelessness, guys. We really don't need those there. Let's bin that off. Bin you off. Let's make some room here. So, we're going to get the stone cutters moved this way. So not stone cutters, sawmills. And we're going to go all the way back so we've got room to stack. So we'll get 2 there. And we are going to move them out of this bit once they're built. We'll get our stone path. Then we're going to get stone stairs into spiral. That leaves us a good bit of room. I think I'll just connect these guys up from there. And then we will redecorate just to make it look a bit nicer. That'll do. Yeah, I'll get those 2 in. I'll reassign these guys out to this bad boy. Nice and close to the wood. Just seeing if I can make this quicker. And I can. So going to readjust that path there. Get rid of that one. Get a long stair into that one. Same path there. And let's bin that one out. That should be much quicker. And just for this to be good, this is basically just to increase plank production. I think they can go from directly from here, bang, into the logs, bang. Nice and quick. Right, first one gone. We've got that one elevated. Let's get them added back into here. And we'll get that one over time. So that should be nice and quick for the logs. We'll probably see, we've got to keep an eye on logs now to see how quick they diminish. Alrighty, let's crack into day 75 here. Still 500 above on approval, so we're looking good. Just need to get these houses up and running. But yeah, we need these planks going, don't we? Big time. So let's allow threads into this one now, so we can start the production. That should be good. I think 55 there will be okay. Ah, lovely little fountain. It's so pointless, but I love it. What I should do is get them... This is why I want the pipes underground. So I think I will go for 3 wide and try and feed them underneath. It'll just look a lot nicer. So I know that we're wasting the double times here, but I'm going to get rid of that one now. And I'm going to get them into this. And we'll make sure the rope catalyst is on for both of these. So we should see a good uptick of ropes after this. What is your guys' problem? Sorry, it's because I made you all move, didn't I? I do think we'll need a plank store nearby, and then we put the desired over this way, but I need to get these guys moving out. So I think our stone, cut stone, is actually hindered by storage. So a bit of an oversight by me, actually. I think I can get it off the back of these, though, unless I want to keep the houses coming that way. Let's think about this now. Let's have 2 storages there. These are going to be main buffers. I think we'll go... Because cutstone's going to move. I need to decide. I think it makes sense for cutstone to kind of come this way. So we have a normal stone into cutstone. So maybe we get that crafted and moved over. And then we've cleared out pretty much this zone. So it's just these 2 to go afterwards. Obviously, we have this small warehouse. But that also probably needs to go at some point. I might empty that out when I can. There's logs in there that don't need to be in there. So let's get that turned off as well. Oh, output full. We have nowhere for these plank stores. Solution, I just was too efficient. It's my own fault. Maybe that was the problem all along. I just need separate plank stores. And let's end day 75. I might put rapid construction on, actually, see if we can get all this done. That was silly of me, though. Just completely missed that. Let's get these high priority. Oh, they're already done anyway. Well done, guys. And it is time. I'm going to triple up these now, so let's get these guys moving. I think it's the right play. So let's... Where do we want to go? Do we go this side? I think we go this side all the way across. And then this mine, I think, we'll have there. And we'll come across the top to go into that bit. So we'll let them continue that on. Get the triple done. And we're going to allow planks only in here. There we go. So we should fix that. We've got smuggler ship now. What do we want to give in? I haven't really got much for them. Going to need some gold. Let's just take 2 off them for now. That will have to do. I mean, we've got the tax. We're all good. I'm going to just give over some logs here. Hello, Mr. Tax Collector. Take some fish. Take some logs. Bit of coal. Got some cotton for you. Maybe the 2 gold. Yeah, we're going to go for the big boy. There we go. Send large shipment straight away. Give me the goods. What are we waiting on here? Looks like we have rinsed out the berries again. There we go. They're all good. All over the mountain. We've got so much to take from them. Got one more that is not okay. There you go. You should be able to get to those. I'm going to dig out a bit of this. A good chunk of this, actually. I'm going to keep getting this coal in. I do think there's going to be a good amount in there. Let's just get them moving. Now, we don't actually need any whiskers, so we'll only take the absolute best. I've got a couple of rerolls we want to save, but let's go with 1, see if we can get someone thoughtful. You'll do. Oh my god, the dining hall, the fish skewers. They're both so good. I've got to take them, guys. Fish skewers is fish and mushrooms, so mushrooms are so important. We probably need to flick those on now. That is insane on the old research, though. And the coppersmith's about to finish. Look at this. Fish skewers, dining hall, all of it. The dining hall, by the way, is really powerful because it holds a lot more. There's the coppersmith, though. We should be able to make some scissors. Let's move on now to the fire tongs. Now, I am going to get a separate ore furnace. And this one is going to be doing our bronze. So we'll allow that one as well. I'm so sorry about your travel time, but you are just collecting stuff for me. Soon we'll be over to these anyway, and you can turn yourselves into tin miners. Just enacting night construction to get these finished off. And then they can move on to something more valuable. There we go. Plank numbers are going back up though, which is good. And we are using a lot of them still. So it has proven to be an issue with storage at least. So those 2 little plank stores there are good. And then we'll get more centralized one this way. It's by the research, right? So we'll allow them into these. Are you actually going to construct at night, or are you just going to ignore me? Are you doing something else? Wow, they didn't even do it. Alrighty, let's go into day 77. Still absolutely fine. It has dipped a little bit, but that's okay. It's because we've got a couple that are homeless. And we keep pushing them to their limits. Right, our 2 stores are done for centralized. Now, I've already going to empty that warehouse out because that's no good. We're going to have the cut stone and stuff into this one. And we'll allow some of the bars maybe. Let's get that moving. And then we'll just empty this one back out. And then fuel can go into this. Because we really don't want that happening. Now, Whisker ship, I really don't need anyone, guys. I am going to refuse all right now. We're almost at 100 population already, but I really don't need them. Now we got the planks, I can fix my housing crisis and get the lifts up. There we go. So they can actually come and build these now. And supply ship, let's just take the small one. Looking really good on tax either way. Just want to point out then, all our cooked meals are still great. Fish are overloading. We're pretty full on them for the most part, but I'm going to get rid of these as well. This is quite a big area. This one itself will be pretty good. We've got the cooked meals going into this. As you can see with the flour. Flour is insane. It's kind of annoying, actually, how quick it is in a good way. So we're going to continue on with our storage area, and I'm going to get another one right there for cooks. And I think I'll decorate. We'll see what we can do. Maybe I should invest and make sure we get the slides going a bit more. Problem is you have to mine it out to make the slide really efficient. I could just, because when they're chained together, they're much quicker, basically. So realistically, if we were coming out at this point, so they can go across the planks, this would be where we'd put the slide. And then we just connect it like that. So the tree lot can come this way. Is that going to be quicker for these guys? I'm not even sure. We are going to have to go too wide no matter what, because we're going to have to make sure we can fit the actual earthworks on there, aren't we? I actually think a slide to there is a great idea to get back to the farm. Look at this. So they can go up to the wheat farm. I mean, it's a long old trek to get up. Maybe an elevator too, to get to the top farm. Yeah, that's a good idea. I need to maximize this. This is still looking good, so no concerns there. But day 78 begins. I want to do this. So first things first, I'm going to extend this field. So cotton is good there. And I'm going to get an elevator to the side so they can still get around. And this one is going to be to get across to there. There we go. I think that's a very cool idea. And then for these ones, yeah, all they need to do is get up to those. What's that one? Unnecessary wheat farm. But that should make this a bit quicker. Let's see. Oh, it's getting complex. It's great. Verticality is definitely the way to go, though. But my problem is I like to see it sprawled, you know. It's always quite exciting. I've got no gold bullions to give you this time, good sir. Have some berries and some fish. We're going to have to probably take a smaller one this time. So we'll give some of those. And what we'll do is overtime fisheries, because I need to use them anyway. And now these guys, do I allow... I keep those up top, right? Yeah, we keep these guys kind of working on this, and maybe we'll allow them to work on this. And then we'll go underneath and get some more farmers in. I actually don't really have... I don't want to use an apprentice in there, so I'll keep that one unassigned. We're going to come back under, and we're going to assign to you. And I am just going to start some mushrooms on there. The fertility... I just need the mining to keep going, right? I'm going to re-roll. Heating stove. I need tin. Tin. There, 20 tin ore, so I'm going to have to take one from this. I'm going to... Wow, look at those iron bars and copper bars. That's also very strong. Definitely going to take the tin. And we're going to take the iron bars. All right, this one's now been emptied, so we can allow stuff back in here. So if we're calling this one a bit more centralized, let's put some of the other things we might use later on into these. Planks obviously are going to be important. Cut stone, huge. I will allow the bars in here so we've got room as well. That'll do. So we've got good storage, plenty of storage for planks because I really want to empty this one out. Oh, maybe fuel. Let's allow fuel in there as well. Actually, and machinery, I've just realized. So we'll have to do the same for both of these. Fuel and machinery. And there's the coppersmith with fire tongs. I will get those up and running soon. We are going to have to start... I mean, let's grab the luxury supplier. We're going to start smelting up these with what little we have. Let's set this high priority. Why can't you guys reach? I've messed up. I haven't even put the path properly. There we go. And we have our next layer of housing too. All right, I think we can get more stone row houses at the top. So we'll get 2 more. And I like the idea of going backwards 1. So we'll have a space to go and have wider areas. And day 78 comes to a close. We're 600 above on approval. I just want to point out that if you haven't seen the first 100 and 200 days videos, check that out and then come back to this and see the difference in where we're at. I think it's pretty good, right? So we're not bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and start training some specialities here. So we don't need this many. We need farmers. So let's get you guys trained into farmers. We have so many and not enough things for them to do because we're running pretty efficiently. Looking at our numbers, I think we could get more flax and woven cloaks at least, though, for the numbers. I could also get a second bakery running the berry stuff. So we could start jam pastries. It's pretty immense, to be honest. I would be in favour of just flipping that one to it, but I know I want to keep my... Just thinking, that in there is pretty sweet. These are almost facing the wrong way, though. Yeah, I'm going to start flipping these around then. Let's get bakery there. So this starts into the store that would come this way. And a wheat is directly there. So we could go up. So we'll let that one build. I'll probably get this one changed or flipped. Because that is a long way round to go. It's a bit silly, actually. And the mill is facing the right way, so that kind of makes sense. So winter is upon us. Good amount of fuel. We're going to need to turn on our fire tender again now. So let's not pause that. We'll get... Can't smell, I think, is the right ones to get in here. Got a couple of apprentices. You can go in there as well. And you see how the logs are now dipping because our planks are more efficient. So that means we could also do with more wood on a farm as well. These are definitely chopping more efficient, but we need to decide where we're going to put them. And I think we need to come up this way because tree-wise, let's have a look at the farms. The best way to do it is just to click it and then see which ones are okay, because some will be better than others. So I'm thinking we get the tree fields out this way. And the farm itself, where do we want to put it? I think this works. And I could do the same elevator trick with these guys. I think all fields are accessible bar this one, so we'll just need a small stairway. We're all good. How far have they got to travel for the wood still, though? Down, 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 down to there. So it would do us well to get a hopper just in this section to feed into this as well. So we'll start that. And look at that. That is perfect. So nice and easy. Wood. These guys might even choose this one sometimes as well. But anyway, day 79. Kaboom. Once the trains come in, none of this will be a problem. We'll have them training over. So like I say, I'm going to have this... I do need to build this out a bit more. We'll have the centralized bit this way. Let's get warm core on these guys to work on. Although they need to be miners. Don't have any. Hello, smuggler. I've got more for you this time. Look at all this fuel. I do want to keep that, to be fair. Actually, I'm talking rubbish. Let's take it to 5, maybe? You can have some planks now, because we're good on that. There we go. Just 5. Pirate blockade is going to be simple again. Just to keep them off my case, you can have the machinery. That's why I grabbed so many. Right, we're going to need to keep copper coming, so I need to find the right spots. I think this is good. So yeah, realistically then, I still want the showers out this way. We're going to replace those with showers soon. Maybe I can get one in. Start changing this. It does require a water connection. We have a water pump this way, so we could just bring the pipes in, to be fair. Let's start with one shower there. This is where copper becomes so expensive. But we can have them coming back this way. So we'll have like a trail of them. And then we'll line those up afterwards. I don't want to spend any more. Not that happiness matters. I mean, they're good, right? They are good. This farmer, how are we doing? I think I need to move this mine back now. So these guys have done their deed. I'll bring them this way and then we'll get them mining this out eventually. we will have mushrooms soon. I actually think, yeah, there we go. They are growing. Look, they're only growing on the fertile bit though. So I honestly think we're going to have to configure this to not have them this way. So I can, because you can't just change the fertile land, unfortunately, but we can get rid of these to at least have space. I said though, day 81, still really good here. And fire tender doing their job now. I don't know if I need a second one yet. Fuel is really good. This is winter once again though. Luxury supply we don't actually need in yet. I'm going to flip to the restaurants eventually. And we're going to need to mine more. So we get another mining camp. So mainly we're going to need stone. I'm going to place them there. And then we're going to start mining out the lower lot. Look at all these ores we've just uncovered. That is perfect. Exactly what I needed. Ugly mining pit. Just pretend this isn't here. I might cover it over afterwards. Just put boards over the top of it. We have some really good areas for farms just here as well. So you can dig these out and then fallow it, make it fertile that way. Because I think the areas where it is fertile underneath, it will kind of spread fertility to them. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I still don't fully know on the fallow fields. Look at those planks now. Yeah, it was just a storage issue, man. I can't believe I messed that up so hard. I think I need to train 2 more miners. Let's unassign you a second. Because we've got 2 more that we need to do. And let's go into day 82, coming mighty close to finishing off. Boom. No drama here. Now, we're not actually doing any research. I probably need to get back on that. Shall I start the tier 2 now? Let's do it. Because I need to pin some bronze if we have it. We have 12. So we're going to start going into tier 2 stuff. Because mainly just trains. Once we get trains, the game just goes mental. We can go all the way out here, no problem, centralized, and it'll be great. Our shower is in. So what we'll do is build our little system into it. So we can put the showers across from there. And actually, I might just do the one, because we could probably skip these eventually anyway. That's what I'm thinking. And there's our mining stuff. I'm trying to be efficient with this. There we go. Boom. Gonna need a lot of stone to get across. So the more of this we can do, the better, right? So the more we can fill out, the less logs it'll cost us to bridge across. So we may still just need to keep pushing this. So our last save we had one of these bad boys right by our starting island. And it was like the best thing ever for farming. So I think if you do find one, it's random. I don't even know how you get seeds, but if you find one with this next to your starting island, just take it. It's so good. Look at this food though, man. Oh my god, we have mushrooms. We have mushrooms. Just realized neither of those are being built. Why? You can get to that. I think I'm going to change this recipe over to the jam pastries, guys. Let's do it. Also, I'm going to go into the coppersmith and we're going to do a tiny bit of scissors, tiny bit of fire tongs just to boost. Coppersmith though, hold on, that does require, oh it doesn't, so we want it over this way, but it doesn't require anything crazy, so space wise we'll just build it off the back of this. There we go, we'll get a little bit of each of those done and we'll crack into day 83. There's still no issues there, the snow is on us and the fire pits are a burning apart from this one over here. Oh, that does mean actually I think we've got enough flour to get through the winter without even being a problem. So do I even need to worry about that? Probably not. Alrighty, coppersmith has been completed. We don't quite have what we need in, but I don't need to rush it. So we'll just get some generic workers in there for now. We'll say, let's do some scissors. I haven't got the limit set, but I can do that. This is where the wooden vices are used. You can have them as a catalyst in these guys, but you honestly don't want too many. So I'm going to be very cautious to make sure I keep an eye on this. The winter's here, so I'm going to reject these shipments. We don't need them. Look at this fuel. I think it's safe to say we can get rid of the normal burner. That is just off the sifting tower, by the way, guys. So really, really impressive. The rope catalyst in it as well. It's so good. All right, I think we've got our first... Did I see them? I did see some scissors. I'm just keeping a close eye. I'm going to tick them. We don't want loads at all. And then we'll change these to the fire tongs once they've done them. Fire tongs are going to be better. They cost bronze bars, but we'll get them in anyway. There's 6 fire tongs. I just need to keep a close eye on them up on the bar because they will use them as the catalyst, but they won't. They'll last quite a long time. You don't need many. I made way too many last time. I've been sat here just staring and thinking, what am I going to do to move these around? I think we do just need to focus it up a little bit at a time. So obviously all the little ones will move. I think this one just needs flipping when we can. Once these are built, I still don't know why they're not building these. I don't see a pathing issue. No, they are building them. That's okay. They're just taking ages. All right, day 84. And there we go. The winter, we can see we're still in the plus on positive, but we could do a little bit better. I say that. We're still maxed, aren't we? Look at these bronze bars as well. How are we doing? 18% into tier 2, so not bad. Flying. Absolutely flying. I am desperate to try and get this up as high as I can, though, because honestly, the wood cost will be pretty big on this. So we've already eliminated about 100 logs worth just by coming to here. And there's so much stone. Look at our cut stone now as well. Just thought, why haven't we got an elevator in the mine? They're having to travel too far, aren't they? So let's put some paths down or something. I know this sounds like mighty dramatic, but look at the queue to come up and down. Hopefully I don't get my mice stuck here, but this makes a lot more sense than having to climb up and down the shaft, right? That'll speed them up, because look, 21. What did I do wrong? What's going on, guys? Am I blocking them? Ah, no, I'm not. I thought it was. I was going to say, am I blocking them? I'm not. They can come through there, there, there. I am. I've just realised. That's why nothing's being done. That silly tree that I put in. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. You got to be really careful. They were actually all walking through the mine from over here to come around to here. Oh dear. Oh my god, look, they're all going all the way round. I'm so sorry, guys. Look at them walking round. Yeah, you got to be really careful you don't block it. One tree to break it all. And that was why these weren't being built. Now they're done quite quickly. And day 84 is done. Okay, we're back up. Yeah, threadbare clothing. I think we can, I say think, we can fix that. I just need to make sure I think a second fire tender is sensible. I see a little bit too much slow coming from that. So let's get this one priority here. We've got plenty of planks and stuff running, so we're all good. And we'll get those moved over. So next bakery, let's I say next bakery. We want this bakery. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And we're going to get these guys back in. There we go. And we've got room to stick the other one back after we've flipped it. So that should be good. So we'll get these berry boys running as quick as possible. We fixed our travel issues. I can't believe I messed it up so much. And we've got our miners are good to run this section now. Okay, let's get these fire tenders good. So I'll probably go with someone, yeah, swift. Should we try 3? No, diligent. There's also the other one we could do. So rather than stump collection, we can have lift with your back. So they can carry 2 more resources per whisker as they're carrying, which is pretty huge, to be fair. But look at this. Oh, we got our jam pastries in. I should probably flip out this guy. So I need to figure out where we want our dining hall. I want these relatively close. I think we could start it. I'd have to kind of say, I mean, we could turn the workers off here and just, I want to place them. Is that right? Could I come a bit further out? I'm not sure where I want to put the dining halls yet. And that second baker is also in. Let's pause that for now, though. Although, if I could get one doing bread, to be fair. Yeah, let's get a good mixture. So we'll have some bread coming in as well. The food stuff is crazy, though. These are getting really full. I messed up on this one, too. This one has got the wrong stuff in. Let's empty that out. This needs to be food. You silly sausages. Oh, before we forget and go any further, let's turn on fire tongs. I think we can go ahead and pause this one now. You know what? I'll change back to a few more scissors and we'll continue on. We've got the fire tongs and the scissors in, so we're all good. Approval's still good. It's always going to be lower in the winter. But looking, we need to up our flax. And I don't want to sacrifice berries to do so because we need them. But we can do... Ah, the cotton fertility is just not as good, though. Yeah, there's flax there. This field, to be fair, I should be running. We can get them prioritizing this. There we go. School's all done. So we'll just get these guys in here. You both can run the farm. So I think it's safe to say we've done great on fuel. Fuel has been buffed, though, since I last played, so you get it a lot easier. Logs are good, planks are good. So basically, all resources are pretty fine. The only thing we need to bump up is probably bronze, but I think I might be out of tin. Let me check tin. No, I'm not. I'm good. I got 22. So actually, let's get you in there. We've got no one building, so we need to sacrifice from somewhere else. Let's have a look here. I think we can safely take out maybe that whisker out of the soup kitchens. We'll keep our 2 experts in there, but take the other one out. Just so we've got 1 building. How many houses do we have as well? We've got room for 3 whiskers, so I probably want to get a couple more in. And I think now is the time. The winter is where I should be upgrading, really. Let's get 2 more of those, and then we'll try and upgrade a couple more to the good old stone bad boys. So we need to find the one where they're not sleeping in it. 87 though. Boom. Now what I need to do is, I got to bear in mind I've only got 1 builder to be fair, so if we're going to break down houses, I have to make sure I've got them replaced, so we'll just have to do 1 or 2 at a time. But it should be easy enough. I'll go all the way along, layer by layer, just cut them through. Oh, we have output full. Silly me. Oh my god, look at this. Wow, that is insane, isn't it? Insane. We're slowing down research because we didn't have the output storage. I'll stick them in here now. Right, this supply ship will take 1, but I can't really... Hold on. No, I'm not. I'm going to reject it. How unhappy are you with us? Impatient. That's okay. I'm going to give away quite a bit when this comes. We actually need whiskers for another logistics hub too. They're trying really hard, but it's pretty slow. I would love to get mushroom stew at some point. I need to make sure I turn mushrooms off on these though. We don't want them eating mushrooms. Some might like it, but I'm going to turn it off. I really shouldn't be going with the berries anymore either, so we'll turn those off as well. Just cooked meals should be the play. Just bear in mind, after winter we get 3 whiskers back from the fire tender too, so it's not the end of the world. And actually I can turn this off too, can't I? The coppersmith is no longer needed. Let's not waste the copper ores on that. Let's get the building going. So I can't get rid of 1 house. I'm going to let them finish this first. So tomorrow we should have these houses up and I can replace these guys, so we'll have them all in. Pretty impressive, actually. We did pretty well. So, I mean, we still got a bit of time, but look at all this that we've done. If you didn't know, by the way, guys, the cannery is great that it turns 1 bar and 1 item into canned food, but canned food doesn't have any buffs. As you can see, it's a 0-star food. However, there are some industrial little thingies that get happy from it. I'm pretty sure. I think it's the Explorers Guilds. Yeah, they like canned food and hardtack. So if you want to go down that route, you can. There we go, though. Day 88. Oh, look at this. He wants to us to grow our population over 84. I mean, we've done it already. Thank you. Last day of winter as well. Beautiful. This place is huge, isn't it? So we've got all our catalysts we can do. Everything's looking pretty good, to be honest. I got plenty. This is so much iron that we'll be able to build a railway to here. Probably out to these guys. I actually want a railway to my farms, though, from here. So platform. 9 3/4 will be in the middle, and we'll go from there. I am going to take 1 off their hands this time, just to get some clothing and tack, because that will help. Not that I need the help. I have no store anyway. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more medium stores on top of these, though, and I'm going to say no inputs on those. And we'll get a little stairway up to there. And we'll get those built as well. That is a huge centralized storage for most things, so industry-wise, we'll have it covered. As long as we don't have food in there. And I'll keep expanding this one. So we've emptied this one out. I just need the logs to come out, man. I don't think there's any room for them, though. Oh, there is. I just need more logistics hubs. Let's get another logistics hub. And I'll just join them onto this bit. Because they are pretty busy. I need them just to empty this one out. So we need to make sure the logs are set. They are preferred in there, aren't they? So they will move them over. Most people should be getting their hands on some soup, though, right now, which is good. How's the smoked fish doing? I feel like there should be an overtime on this. Let's use some of the fuel up. 348 planks. I could do what we did in the previous one as well. You can free up storage space by just slapping these guys out. There's me worrying about getting this stone in to build a bridge, and it doesn't matter. This is basically a storage for planks and logs. And you get all the resources back. Day 89's up next, though. Still looking good. We are back into the good old... What's it called? So, where's that second fire tender? It's there. Okay, so let's pause this one. No, it really didn't take them long to get cracking on this. I'm an idiot for messing up my travel, though. But everyone's okay now. The whole time, they were just having to go all the way around, and I didn't even notice. I don't want to hear it, all right? This one is crazy important, though. If we can get this logistics hub, so I can get this emptied out and then set this back to my food now, because you can see it's getting pretty full. I don't know why they're putting that much fuel in there. I think they ran out of room, so they're now thinking, we need to place it over there. So I'll get the fuel maybe added to this too. It's not a bad thing that the fuel is in there. It just means these are really quick, but it's overly making these almost too good, right? Let's, yeah, let's put Swift and Diligent in there. They can be our two new logistics people. That'll get some movement going. Research is flying now, so that tier is in a good way. And we can now turn these to the resources we would like. There we go. We've got some good storage across the board now, because these are all good. Look at these bronze bars as well. So we're building a nice surplus ready for when we get into the next tier. So we've already got, yeah, we got more than enough. So when we get in, we're going to go straight into passenger rail. Give us something like that. That should be enough space as a bit of a platform. So we'll have multiple. So this one's going to feed to there. This one's going to feed to there. Then we'll have this one feeding over to this one. We've got more than enough logs, so maybe I'll stop this at this point. Don't know. I feel like I want to keep this moving anyway, though, eventually, and then I can replace the rail along the top. It just makes sense. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, you know what? Let's stop. Let's stop here, just for now, because it's pointless. I'll get them to finish that one so it's an even one, but yeah, we want the platform to come out, so I might go one wider on this side as well. Let's get this over and done with, though. We will give over all that cotton, give over some fish. Let's definitely get rid of some logs here and some of that. We've got some gold bullions to give. Don't know whether just to go with the small one, but we've got loads of logs in the thing, haven't we? I want to do any more copper ore than that, really. Flax I want to keep hold of. We could do with getting this over the line. You know what? I can do it in logs. Let's break down the other one. There we go. Send that large shipment. 218 logs. And this whisker ship, I will try and take some in here. So hopefully we've got something good. We've got 8 rerolls, so I don't have to be... I can be picky. So I am going to reroll there. Healthy Apprentice will take. Optimist is good. Considerate's also good. Another Considerate. Healthy. Those guys will do. That's another 5. That takes us over 100 to 104 now, which is insane. Good news is we are uncovering stupid amounts of coal hidden in this zone, so I've got no qualms with anything really. Loads of coal in here, more and more we keep unveiling as well, so there we go. And there's so much in the walls. All right, heating stove it still wants me to try and take, but I'm gonna, I mean, there's tin there. Maybe I could take that one and the tin. No, can't help myself. It's come up again, so I think we just need to accept that we're gonna have to take it, so it's done. And I do want to point out our threads now. So doing really well. I might pause that. How many fishing nets have we got? 10. We're going to need to turn that back on, but I'm thinking we overtime the weaver, but we pause the... Oh, actually, we can catalyst that one. Do we need threads still? We don't until we go into the next one, so I might put a pause on that one a moment. Then we're going to get the weaver to do those threads into fabrics. And then we've got just the spot for you right there, haven't we? Good. Get that in there. That's actually really... Actually, I'll leave this on. I will definitely leave this on. And we're going to need to train some new ones. You know what? No, I know I keep saying it. Let's unassign you. Sorry, we're going to have to train some up. So let's get Blaze. And we're going to need one of these apprentices. So let's grab the... Let's grab Pole into that. They're going to be the ones that we can use inside of this. There's day 90. Oh my god, it's going so fast. But look at that approval. That is insane. Because we got some fine tea in. Love the tea. I think once we get the railways, though, we definitely should use this little section as a bit of a farm as well. And probably carve those up. It's more the way we're going to have to send it. But I wouldn't mind having some tea farms out here, potentially. Those logs are out now, so I can start to... allow this one back in. So realistically, is it food? I think it is. We're going to turn the food on and we'll put all the maximum bits in that one. Hello, Mr. Smuggler. I'm actually going to go ahead and bin off a bit of fuel because that is way too much. And we'll also get rid of some ropes. Or maybe keep 10. And we're going to get all 9. There we go. All 9 gold bullions. There we're talking, baby. Right, it's 5 degrees. I reckon I can turn off the other fire tender now. And another whisker ship. So I've got room for a couple. Craftsmaster, but an unsafe worker. I mean, I like that you're a craftmaster, but you know what? I'm going to take him. All it is it uses industry machinery faster. We'll take healthy and swift. And we'll take a content apprentice. Why not? And our training just finished, didn't it? And we are so close. Look at that. 99%. Trains are almost upon us. Bring me the tin. And we're going to need to get out to iron. I didn't check that, actually. Where's my iron as well? All right, so I think we're going to have to go out to one of these two. We got the platform for it, though. Which is fine. Yeah, that's actually all right, because then I might be able to feed them back over and get the iron smelting this end. Might need to let them travel over on the trains. But look at that. That is impressive. Looks like our student is done now, so we can get the non-apprentice into the flax spinner here. We're running out, though, so flax needs to be upped considerably. I'm going to put the catalyst into these. Should have enough scissors for these anyway. And look at that food. The double is insane, isn't it? Okay, day 92 closes out. We've got some happy whiskers, baby. So before we go any further, let's flip in and do maybe bedding. We've just got to let this finish off, haven't we? No, they're done. So research of tier 2. What's required of passenger rails? Blast furnace. Okay, so before we do that then, we're okay just to get bedding, because I still want this to continue. Look at the fertility that's building underneath this, by the way, because it's on the water, guys. If you didn't know, when you put land over the water, it makes insane farmland, actually. So maybe we could do that. Depends how far we take it, really. I completely forgot about that. Hello, Mr. Taxman. How are we doing? Before we go any further, I would like to just sort my farms out. I actually need to train a couple of randomers into farmers. There we go. We'll get that moving. Then we'll go to the tax collector. So, I mean, take some fish, take a couple of logs, bit of coal. Why not? Not giving you copper ore this time. And I got just the thing for you, good sir. I can keep 3 gold bullions myself, and we are good. Let's send that large shipment. So any research from now is high tier, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. So we'll take anything if it comes up. I will also take a bit more tin, though. The longer I leave this, the better. Kind of makes me want to change my approach, and you should just level out your farmland straight from the water early on. That'd be an interesting take, wouldn't it? Right, they're getting pretty juicy in here now. I'm actually going to roll... Oh, no, that's good. That's really good. Let's take these two. Just the 2 farmers. So, I could get one... No, reroll. I've got a few rerolls. I would like to see if we can get a research, but I don't know how frequent. There's supposed to be a 50% chance, but I don't believe in it. Look at this. We'll see how many times we have to roll to get one. Last reroll. There we go. There's tin there, so we'll take it. I mean, I went round the houses, wasted all the rerolls just doing that, right? Let's take the medicine, soap, and tea as well. No research in 8 rolls there. I just want to point out that when you do it, I'll show you on the next one. It does say 50%. Guess it's diminishing returns. Just realizing now that we want to expand this field, don't we? Look at that fertility, and it's spreading across to this now, which is great. So it just took a bit of time. Fantastic. Bring on the mushrooms, baby. I should also turn on the remove rocks. It is on. Good. Hello, Mr. Supply Ship. I'm going to refuse one. I'm going to build up a nice surplus again. We're way ahead, though. Probably could get away with that. And let's populate this farm now. So, considering content and... I mean, warm cores, okay. I'm just thinking. These guys. This guy. I need to field priority. All these cheeky ones. They're the main ones you work on, and then you can work on other stuff after. Alrighty, day 93 comes to a close. We're coming mighty close to the end, close to the end of this one of the 100 days, to be precise. I really wish I'd started a farm area now that out like this. I'm curious on this. Yeah, look at this. I don't know how good it is. So flax seems to be okay. I reckon a wide area would, like trees. No, trees. It seems to be flax is the one. Who'd have thought? So I think the wider you go, the better, but eventually this would be really good. Okay, this supply ship will say yes to that one. I'm just looking at replacing more houses here. I'm going to make a couple of people homeless, but I'm going to just grab these guys in now. There we go, another 3 there. I'm having to cut down to do it. And I think there's quite a few power thing that I can clean up into stone. So I'll also do that. The difference is pretty mad once you've got stone in how much quicker they are. I've just noticed the earthworks tool. Has that been changed? There's no longer a ring around them. I'm only just noticing that. Like if you look at the mines, they have a ring, an area of effect, right? The earthwork tool doesn't. So actually, you can do the singular strip and it isn't a problem. Obviously, it's longer travel time. Yeah, I didn't even realize that, unless I'm looking at that wrong. So there you go. Let's get into day 95. I got so much tidying up to do. I really have. How you doing, guys? How's everything looking? We got our mushrooms. Huge mushroom field. Still don't have that many. We got 33, so that's something. There's the tailor into bedding. That's awesome as well. Not something we need yet. We actually need to focus up our clothing. I need more flax still. How are we looking? Oh, flour's gone. Okay. Go ahead and pause you then. And let's look for more wheat. So, we've got no flax, no wheat. We need to really change this up. We've got loads of berries. I could sacrifice one berry farm. Although we're going to have a lot of flax coming in. So it is mainly just wheat, isn't it? Oh, I've just realised you're supposed to be wheat only. Let's put you as wheat. That's cotton. That's cotton. We don't need the cotton yet. Let's change those over. Although we can't put them as anything else. Let's have a look at where we can put wheat. Got a little small wheat farm there. You may as well have a look after that as well, guys. Then we'll get another farm in somewhere else. I am debating from this walkway. This is probably the best place to start putting some in. No, it might not be the most fertile, but we'll be able to do something with it. And then we'll prioritize those for wheat at the top. This is just until we can get to a better position to farm them. Like, we're fine on everything other than the clothing related stuff now, and I definitely want to keep flour going because it's important. Those jam pastries are so good. And we have a smuggler ship tomorrow. We've got plenty of the old stone to saw. I think we've built all those houses. We're not going to be able to do any more until the morning. But I'll be ready. I'm going to break down 3 more. Day 96. Kaboom. And I've always got the smoked fish to fall back on. So I'm going to go for... I mean, I reckon I could get 4 done, actually. Let's do it. Doesn't really matter if not. Get this whole row into stone houses. Hello, smuggler. Right. Got some ropes to give over, so I will do just that. I'm going to give over some planks here, guys. There are way too many. I've even got the soap and medicine. Oh my god, there we go. Look at that. 13 of them. We still have loads of the stuff in. The planks. Man, the efficiency between this is just absurd. I could just use planks for that now. I wouldn't even need to worry about cut stone. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do here? I can't re-roll anything, so we'd have to just take the ones that we think. So let's go for a can't smell, maybe a thoughtful. Diligent and content is good as well, and let's refuse the rest. It does mean we'll need some houses though. And then we'll get a couple more stone row houses at the top. And 112 pot, man. Can't get over how much more we did in this one so far. It's actually insane. I think our field is good to be extended as well. Look at these mushrooms. It's so good. We're going to be on to mushroom skewers before long. Maybe I flip my focus to that. So our soup kitchen only has 1 in at the moment, doesn't it? You know what? Let's get another one in there. Let's get the berry soups going. Look at that smoked fish. They just flip between the two. And I'm going to have a quick look now at the food stuff for our next one. So mushroom stew is 1. The other one I would like is fish skewers. So that's mushrooms and fish into fish skewers. So do these need anything other than fuel? I think not. So I'm going to get one over this way. Same place. A bit of a travel time for these guys, to be fair, to get over to where our fish are. No, I've got them. No, smoked fish. I need a smoked fish section there then. Day 96 comes to a close though. Let's go straight in. What I'm going to do is also get in a small storage shed based on what I just said. is going to have just smoked fish in. So these guys can then put smoked fish in here first. This guy can then use that for the fish skewers and mushrooms. So we'll have a desire of 10 mushrooms or something in here. Yeah, that's good. And then smoked thingies in there. So let's make sure we've got fish skewers in this. I hear the training happening. Yeah, tax collector, I'll worry about you in a minute. Actually working on the farms right here. Alrighty, we have obviously got the 16 bullions. Take my cotton first though. Part of me doesn't even want to go this way, but you see, there it is. Schematic, 50% chance. So they should come up, but I don't know whether they have some kind of like diminishing returns. I'm not sure. There we go. We'll go with the largest one anyway though. Just why not? And then storage-wise, I'm going to just blat out some more planks around, to be honest. Because storage, right? Alright, so. Tin. Yes, yes. Nothing here. Even that didn't have any. Well, really? Not even tin. There we go, 22. So I'm going to take that. And the woven cloaks and tailored cloaks is not bad. Here's supply ship. I'm going to reject. I'm actually going to start rejecting him a little bit more. I don't, like, genuinely don't need his stuff. You can really wind him up. Look at our rebellion favor. Rumours and murmurs of the claws, future free from the claws. But they will start smashing you up. Don't know if I need anyone. I'll take these two. Strong shoulders and content. And then what I'll do with the strong shoulders is put them in here. So we change you for strong shoulders. Strong shoulders and swift are the best ones to have in there. Anyway, apprentice into our smokery now. This is going to be 4 fish skewers, and I'll get one more in there. It's time. It's time for fish skewers. And day 97. Come on. Look at this. Oh, I can't remember how much population I got to the end of 200 days, but I don't think it was 200 pop. Now, I realise we haven't been researching for a little while. So, let's get the blast furnace going. Pirates have given their demands. Take some machine parts. And you know what? Actually, don't take some machine parts. Take some fuel. I've got so much of the damn stuff. Take it. The sifting tower with coal is insane. 1 coal to 21 fuel seems a bit much, doesn't it? Compared to before. So, what are your thoughts on it? I guess it matches the difficulty of playing. I'm also going to have to empty this out very soon. I want to get rid of it. Just placing in some nice decorations, to be honest. I think I want to leave this open here, guys. I feel like it's quite nice. I might leave this building decorated like that, but then we'll get rid of this one. Right, let's go for another stone house up top. And let's get rid of 2 more. I have 4 homeless whilst we do that, but it is what it is. Shouldn't take long. We need to get more stone on the go. We've got people, so let's get yet another mine. I know this sounds like craziness, but it really is needed. The sheer amount we have is just insane. Question is, what do we want to do? I know we're using a lot on the earthworks, which are going to be finished. Actually, you know what? Because they are going to be finished in a minute, there is no point. Like, once these guys are done, they're going to stop using stone anyway. Realistically, it's just because it's getting deeper, right? Screw it. Let's keep the pit going. And I know there are efficient ways of doing the mining, guys. I know people hate doing this, but it's fine. We can wall that off. That doesn't exist. This is the city that is going to expand this way. Wow. We have 233 bronze bars, 132 copper bars. This has got to be some serious efficiency here. I think we should get more showers in too. This is also a great idea. Let's get you moved. I'm going to get 2 lots of showers in. They only 8 cut stone each, so it's not bad. And then because we've got quite a bit of this, we can just do that. That should feed into all of those once they're built. And I think for efficiency, they still will be good. I'd be better off getting some storage in too, like I said I was going to. So I might even do that. Yeah, let's end the day though. Let's get into day 99. We are so close. I am very impressed by what we did so far. Oh, you know what? I can't put those there. I'm blocking my water pumper. I can put them there though. That doesn't work though. Let's just have one. That works for now. Tax collectors tomorrow. I'm going to reject another shipment. It's not needed because we have a smuggler again tomorrow. Just bear in mind that we have quite a lot to give over to them. Look at these threads. It's wonderful. And we need to check. We have 123 fabrics. You know what? Because of that, let's go ahead and get in. Rather than clothing, I'm going to go with bedding. Because bedding was really good last time. It's actually insane. And then we need to get, obviously, a gatherer. Now, where's going to be, realistically, a sensible spot for this? So before we do that, let's get in the luxury supplier. And actually, I'm going to move the school. School's not going to go there anymore. We're going to have a luxury supplier there. Got to make use of this space. We can keep the research lab there, which is fine. This fishing dock also doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go back to what I was originally doing. Why can't I put that fishing dock back there now? It's a bit hit and miss, isn't it? Should let me go there. Because I can put it right next to that one. That needs to go, though. I'm getting rid of it. I'll just put it there. We get the high priority so we can get that back in. We've got that one in there. Then we're going to get our factory in for bedding. So now that we know that, we can put our tailor in. And it almost feels like it would benefit from being on top of one of these. The reason I can do that is then I can attach it above the fire thingy. Just like that. Yeah, that works really well. So we'll get the bedding coming in there, and then we'll get this guy serving bedding to the houses. What have I got? Can't reach workplace. What have I done? Sorry, I messed up. Fishing dock's got to go out even more. That's okay then. Oh, he's just being dramatic. He can get through. I just had to wait. Right, we're fine. And look at that. The earthworks is done. So I think I will continue this. I think we're okay to get the singular. So we'll just do a bit at a time, but stone is still holding on, so I'm just going to allow them. Luxury supplier is in, our fish is back in. So we'll get that repopulated for fish. Get the fishing nets turned back on. I think we've got 4 left, so we're going to need to turn that back on as well. Maybe we'll get a small little netter in there. So, I mean, let's just put the apprentice in. You can make some fishing nets, why not? Alright, let's go into our 100th day. Let's get this done. He's impatient. We got a smuggler and stuff coming today. Just looking. I think we're just going to give loads of fuel again. Why not? Crazy how many planks I'm getting here. I could almost pause one of these guys. There's off 2, by the way. Just 2. Because we're so close to this. It's nuts, man. Okay. Do we realistically want to do tailored cloaks, or do we do bedding? I do bedding. Bedding is better. We don't need anything crazy. We just need a couple of normal workers in there. I think I might just go with 1. We'll see how we get on. We'll put the catalyst in. And then we'll say hello to the old smuggler. Take some fuel there, sir. We have so much. Take some planks as well. Oh, we still got this soap sat here. We may as well grab the gold bullions, man. I don't need that, though. I want all 12. I'm going to work the fuel down. And same with the planks. There we go. 12 gold bullions. Look at the tax difference. I don't think there's any point me taking the top one anymore, because I'm not getting researches. And I don't need the buff, so that would make sense. We do need to assign someone to this, though. And they need to be probably someone who's fast, but we don't have it. Content, that'll do. So, realistically, you get more, though. You get more resources, right? I'm going to do it anyway. Why not? Got resources to give. Just do it. Look how many mushrooms we've got coming in. We've got a permanent supply of fish skewers now. This is crazy, man. I could even... Wait, what more can I turn off on here? I need to get the big cafes, but we are so efficient right now. Almost to the point where I don't think there's any need in getting bread. Right, we got a couple of rerolls, so we'll give it our best shot. Come on, give me a research. There is tin there, though, so maybe I don't think it's going to give me a research, if I'm honest. I would be in favour of this tin and some iron bars, then. Let's do it. Just means we're ready. Blast furnace is on 46%, so we're not quite going to hit the rails, man. That's unlucky. But I'm going to go ahead and also... I think I'm going to take this big one. No, that's too much. There is no point. Because it's only normal tier if we look. You'll just... It's the machinery parts that they deem really, really expensive. I mean, they are one of the latest game things, but... I've got no need for it. And since we just switched to stone, like, we've got loads of them. I'm going to have most stone abodes, top tier houses again. I do need a cafe or 2 though. I really need to decide where this is going, guys, the dining hall. And they're on the last day anyway. Shall I put it here? Some planks and logs I want me to use. Make that work. Get our first one this way. Yeah, why not? Let's get our first one in that building area right there. And we hit 51% on the blast furnace, so that wasn't bad at all. Let's end the 100th day, though, and we'll show you what we've got. Look at this. Come on, I think I've mastered it, guys. I have mastered it. Right, we're going to let this just kind of play. There it is, guys. Thank you so much for joining this one. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Hit the thumbs up as well, and check out the Discord links and all that sort of stuff in the description, as we're trying to build something great. Make it known if you want that 200 days, because if the video completely flops, it does not continue. So, as always, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.